feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
It's another beautiful day. I definitely feel way better than I did the past 2 days. It's not a hundo, but man, I do feel like I'm getting energy back now. Woo, I don't know what it was, but I am happy it's gone. Let's get it, boys. Oh, we got a review. Oh, we got a review. Hell yeah. What is this? This looks kind of cool. What the hell is this? Oh, this is that one game. Oh, you know I'm going to play this game, right? Y'all know I'm going to play the Indian Dark Souls.
Yama sent his errand boy. Tell the Lord of Death.
Hey, who knows? Maybe if you hype me up enough, I'll probably play it live. It looks really good. Man, that sure does look clunky as shit, though, don't it? Oh!
I will drag you to Lord Yama by your tongue.
We'll watch some more of this. We'll rewatch. Well, actually, you know what? We'll watch a little bit more of this. I want to watch trailers, man. I want to turn my brain off. What is this? Xbox reportedly considered concealing Blade. Paid down, don't care. Ooh. Dead by Daylight, Silent Hill. Oh, man. Stop bringing characters over to that game, bro. Who still plays Dead by Daylight? Ooh, what's this? Whoa, hold on. What is this?
Look around. The world is dying. The whole environment is maimed and mangled.
This looks good.
Yet there is still a semblance of law. Everything has its place.
Look at that. Oh, man. That shotgun is awesome. Get out of here.
Keep your weapon clean and ready. All it takes is one mistake.
This looks really good. I would definitely play this. This looks awesome. Whoa, what the fuck? Is that a train? Huh.
But we will not despair. We will do it again and again.
This actually looks really good. Guaranteed it's a roguelite. Guaranteed it's a roguelite. But man, that trailer, that was good. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord.
You have remarkable.
You know, we gotta watch them sit there and continue to hype up Assassin's Creed, huh? Cinder City official development gameplay? What is this? Okay.
Cinder City is a sci-fi cinematic TPS set in a dystopian near-future Seoul. The world of Cinder City is built around a single incident that takes place in the 23rd century, an event that fundamentally changes the course of 21st century
This looks
history.
good. What?
And uncontrollable criminal organizations, while super soldiers, known as the Cinder Knights, remain humanity's last hope.
To bring this desperate world to life as a game, Cinder City focuses on three core elements: a tense cinematic shooter experience, a massive open world, and large-scale multiplayer PvE.
How did I miss this?
Players
Where's
take
the
over the
actual
role of-
trailer for this? They gonna play it at the end? No, it's called Cinder City. Where's the trailer to this? I've never seen the trailer for this. This looks good. What the fuck happened there? Wait, what? What happened to the helicopter? Get a mech suit too? Is this supposed to be like a single player like narrative experience? This looks really fucking good. When does this come out? How did I miss this? Is Cinder City a single player experience? Oh. Is Cinder City the game a single player experience? Not Cinder City, fucktard. It's designed as a massive multiplayer. It's an MMO. It's trash. Well, so much for that. God, that movie was weird. Pan's Labyrinth, that movie was fucking weird. Like, the more I think about it, the weirder it gets. It's not bad, but it's weird, man. That's a weird thing. Okay, I think... Yeah. So they were making a Blade game? Really?
What's up, everybody? Damon and Beatrix.
A lot of y'all don't remember that. Hold on. A lot of y'all don't even know that this is a real game. Blade. So this must have been the game that they were... This was going to be Bethesda? Oh, this game was going to be shit. No, there's no way that they could have been able to do this right. There's no way, bro. I'm sorry. No.
Attention, the sun is currently setting. All citizens are required to shelter.
Turn that shit up. Bite. Uptight now.
There's no way they would have done that right. I'm sorry. That is a good thing that they canceled that. It is a damn good thing they canceled that. There's no way that was going to be good. No way in hell. That wasn't even what I was trying to find.
Here, and in today's gaming news, both Blade...
Good. It's good. It's good that they got canceled. This is a good thing. Ooh? Hunting sim. Hold on. Got us a hunting sim. You know we gotta look at that. Oh, please
Hello,
don't have...
everyone. Today, we're happy to tell you a bit more about a tool that we developed that aims to recreate the wildlife ecosystem at a macro level and make hunting feel more immersive. We've called it the Sim Fauna. Thanks to Sim Fauna, every animal in the game follows realistic life cycles.
Really?
You'll encounter juveniles, adults, and even older specimens, each with its own characteristics, behavior, and routines.
I don't know how I feel about someone calling a hunted animal a specimen. Especially whenever it comes in terms of a 3D animated character.
Those
know how to feel
behaviors
about that.
aren't random. They're dictated by biological needs: feeding, drinking, resting, and reacting to their environment. It's up to you to observe these patterns and learn their habits.
Shape the wild. That's right, you gotta shape the wild, guys.
Your decisions will have tangible consequences on the ecosystem.
Okay?
Each animal also has its own DNA score, influencing its traits. By selectively hunting animals with weaker genetics, you can shape future generations. Generations grow in some animal species because a specimen with genetic code also plays a huge role in some animal species because a specimen with strong genetics can become the leader of the herd. Kill this alpha, and another leader with the next best DNA will take over.
That's weird.
Symfauna also incorporates interactions between predators and prey. You might, for example, catch a bobcat stalking prey or a wolf pack coordinating a hunt. But be careful. Predators and big game may sometimes change targets if something more interesting catches their attention, including you.
Bro, that's how you know you fucked up. You got a big-ass black bear coming downwind at you, dude. You're cooked.
Thank you for joining us for this new video. We can't wait to share more with you in the coming months until the launch this fall.
This looks really good. I love the idea of the new AI systems, because that's what they are. Trying to butter it up. What is this? Oh god, why does this look so jank? Oh, I hate that. What? Yo, get out of here. Oh, that's slop. Great. It's 4-player co-op slop. Bro, there's so many of these. There's so many of them. Gosh, please just stop. It's another 4-player slop. This one actually looks pretty good, though. All things considered. I actually kind of look forward to seeing the bosses in this one. It looks really good. Looks like that's everything. Oh, wait, what? What the fuck? Bro turned into Zeus. What? So, like, what? So every time he, like, does that little spinny gesture, does he get more electricity?
My turn.
I feel like, now hear me out. I feel like this is fake. Hear me out. Because, like, the way this character's moving, the way it's moving, it kind of makes it seem like there are new attacks in the attack pattern that weren't there before. Because this, like, jump flip thing, this was not something he was doing before. This, he wasn't doing this before. Oh. So you could pull the, like, wing out? What does the wing do? I'm not gonna lie though, the way this character's moving pisses me off. I can already feel the rage building up. It looks really good, but man, the controls for this look clunky. They look bad. This needs some polishing. But other than that, what? He actually dodged that? Get out of here.
And so will you.
That's kind of cool. Oh, he died.
Died 1,000 deaths to get to you, Boomy. And I will die 1,000.
Why does that look like Dr. Eggman, bro? Like, straight up.
More to save you.
He's even got the weird, like, creases right here, only it's paint.
I'm coming, Boomy. I'm coming.
This is like a Super Meat Boy kind of scenario where his bonny lass got snatched. That is copyright if I've ever fucking heard it. Well, so much for that. Oh, we're still going. That enemy looks crazy, by the way. That boss creature, whatever that is, looks ridiculous. It looks so weird. Oh, there's snow? It's pretty. Nope, still a whole bunch of music. I think this looks really good. This looks really good. I think it looks really good. Okay, here we go. We got to watch this IGN review. So, to anyone who doesn't know, I've got I don't really like rhythm games, but I watched this one whenever I would get home and pass out from working like 12 hours a day at the United States Postal Service. And this would always be playing thanks to a streamer.
After a decade-long sleep, one of
Why do they do that? Why do they do that?
Nintendo's best handheld
Why they give this game to a woman? Well, it's because it's a rhythm game. That seems kind of sexist, huh?
series is finally making its Switch debut, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I've always loved the Rhythm Heaven game series for their irreverent humor and formidable musical gameplay. And now, Rhythm Heaven Groove has rekindled my competitive spirit, challenging me to tackle an onslaught of tempo-shifting trials in hungry pursuit of perfect scores. Its RPG-inspired beat spell mode isn't quite the hit I was hoping for, but the rest of this energetic installment is still a more than worthy successor, packed with a medley of Moorish minigames that are both deeply satisfying and surprisingly difficult to master. From quick taps to lengthy holds, cause the characters you control across its bite-sized levels to perform all manner of odd tasks to a variety of specific beats. You'll accelerate and brake in a sports car to film a promotional video, engage in a Parappa the Rapper-esque call and response with an alien, and dance with a troop of sentient umbrellas. And that's just for starters. The clever twist is that there isn't a clear note highway telling you when exactly to tap, so you have to recognize a mixture of visual and auditory clues to hit the sonic sweet spot.
Or you can just turn off the actual like screen and just listen to the music. And it's a
As
rhythm
you progress,
game.
reaching rhythmic excellence becomes harder as tunes grow in complexity. Naturally, this process encouraged me to lock in and enter a state of meditative listening to succeed, which felt like the perfect blend of demanding and relaxing. Thankfully, each game starts with an in-depth tutorial that guides you through the upcoming beat patterns. With the help of Rhythm Heaven Groove's adorable mascot, you'll try out new skills one at a time, before getting a taste of them layered all together. Even with these interactive pointers, it typically takes some practice to get it right, particularly because the arrangements featured in the actual level differ quite a bit from the warm-up. Arriving courtesy of series veteran composer Tsunku among a handful of other secret artists, the music runs the gamut in terms of both BPM and genre, skillfully flitting between shredding guitars, sustained synth, and percussive performances. Flow. During the music ramped up, an amphibious creature suddenly appears in a remix that blends further in you get. Still, the difficulty is carefully balanced, ensuring I was really overwhelmed and continued to feel a burning sense of purpose as I unlocked new games.
Yo, IGN fell off, man. IGN fell off big.
But you're churlish
I
and
can't watch that.
arrogant,
That shit's boring as
prancing
shit.
around in a uniform
Holy
that you have
fuck.
not earned.
Bro, what's with this neck brace? Hold on, we got to address this neck brace situation. God damn, bro. Look at the size of that neck brace. Did you ever get into a fight with a boulder and lose?
You
Like,
can't
hello?
spell Edward Kenway without wayward, and the protagonist of Assassin's Creed Black Flag truly embodies the word. At the game's beginning, he spins a story to his wife about riches in the New World and leaves Bristol by boat.
I want food that don't make me sick. I want walls that hold back the wind. I want a decent life.
He writes home once a year and otherwise behaves like a man with no responsibilities, either to his family or his fellow sailors. After a sea battle spits him out on the shore of Cape Bonavista, he winds up in an altercation with an assassin named Duncan Walpole.
Fucking pirates!
When Walpole tries to negotiate passage to Havana, Kenway attempts a robbery and the fight escalates to the point of murder.
Look at that, guys.
Look
at that, you can go in between the trees. It's actually coded into the fucking game that you're able to do that. Look at that, guys. Isn't that crazy? Used to be able to do that all the time.
Soon enough, Walpole lies dead in Cuba, his body hidden in a bush and his outfit donned by his killer.
Guest of honor has arrived, Mr. Duncan Walpole.
Kenway impersonates the assassin in the hope of profiting from a deal with a local governor, selling the maps found in Walpole's pocket, which detail the location
So is it kind of like Santa Claus? Like when you put the suit on, you attain those powers, right?
Every Brotherhood hideout in the region. For Assassin's Creed fans coming to Black Flag after a solid run of annual sequels that treated the Brotherhood with a kind of reverence that would make the papacy blush, this was a jarring introduction to the new face of stabby history time.
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward.
Ezio Auditore had been, until this point, almost unrivaled in popularity in the then fairly short league table of Assassin's Creed protagonists because he was the most playful.
I'll kill you!
No, that's not necessary.
Not all consumed with duty like his predecessor Altair, or dour and unwaveringly serious like his disappointing successor Connor.
I shall meet you at our destination.
Ezio's background as a leisure-loving baby aristocrat gave him a streak of playboy cheekiness that lasted right up to the autumn of his career, as depicted in the final of the 3 games he led, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and yet his loyalty to the Creed could not be doubted. Anointed by blood, turbocharged in his determination by family tragedy, Ezio built up his family's wealth and poured it all back into the cause, living a dual life of shrewd business tycoon and shadow-stalking Avenger. Essentially a Renaissance Batman with better tailoring and the legendary Leonardo.
So this dude just straight up jacked this other guy's uniform as an assassin. And it just all worked out for him. There's a lesson to be learned here. There is a lesson to be learned here.
As his Lucius Fox.
Incredible. Yes, it is.
With Ezio, the series put a considerable distance between its po-faced origins and its vibrant Florentine reawakening. With Edward Kenway, Ubisoft strapped on a pair of rocket boots and left the Creed itself as a blip on the distant horizon. His abandonment of his old life in Bristol in favour of a sun-soaked Caribbean adventure of rum, sodomy, and fat stacks of cash.
I don't really think they stopped, because he's saying that they don't really do the whole, like,
Ubisoft strapped on a pair of rocket boots and left the Creed itself as a...
Because they didn't really get rid of the Creed. This is kind of like a one-off where a pirate just so happened to do what a pirate does, which is kill and steal stuff, and now he's wearing the uniform. For example, in Odyssey, whenever you play Odyssey, you don't really have the Creed, per se. You have... like, the way it's all laid out, you're just kind of there. It's like you're a part of the Creed, but you're not really a part of the Creed, if that makes any sense. And, like, the opposition to the Creed are just hits that are throughout the land, right? Like, the leaders that you have to kill in order to unlock more of the round table or whatever. It's there, but it's, like, in the backdrop there. If that makes any sense. It's not heavily leaned on like it was in the original games, but it's still there.
Blip on the distant horizon. His abandonment of his old life in Bristol in favour of a sun-soaked Caribbean adventure of rum, sodomy, and fat stacks of cash is the perfect metaphor for where the series as a whole found itself with him as its mascot. A grand reinvention, no longer bound to the urban jungle, utterly free to go anywhere. Kenway was the perfect match for Assassin's Creed players in 2013. Ubisoft had released 6 entries in 7 years, and the lore of the series was already a tangled muddle of science fiction and lineage. In fact, the overarching plot...
I always played these games with the thought that each one was its own game. Except for, like, the Lorenzo collection, the original 3. But the rest of them, I play them as if they're their own title. Like, you know, I don't expect them to line up at all. It's kind of like, what's the word? What's the TV show? Like the Twilight Zone? Each episode has its own story.
Connected the games was so unpopular.
If you play those games that way, it feels completely different.
Ubisoft had prematurely killed off its modern-day protagonist Desmond in Assassin's Creed 3.
However terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop
I don't think that matters.
The original plan for Assassin's...
you shouldn't even be talking about this. You shouldn't be talking about these cutscenes right here, because they've already openly said that they're actively removing them from Black Flag. The scenes where, like, it goes from... you know, pirate ship day back to office desk sitting, they're actively trying to remove this whole section from the game itself. They're trying to take it out altogether from the franchise.
We'll find a way to stop it.
See, the original plan for Assassin's Creed hadn't envisioned the idea of multiple eras, multiple trilogies, even, of stories told across human history with a thread of science fiction tying it all together. The modern day stuff was originally conceived as the destination, a definitive ending to the story where Desmond, having absorbed the skills and quasi-supernatural abilities of his ancestors...
They're getting away from this. This is going bye-bye. They're completely getting rid of this. Like, these sections right here where you're in, like, the current world and whatever this bullshit is, they're getting rid of this altogether.
Having absorbed the skill,
thank God,
the Templars and their corps to watch_dogs, and it reportedly would have ended with Desmond and Lucy flying off in a literal spaceship to go and find a human.
Wait, come again?
With Desmond and akin to watch_dogs, and it reportedly would have ended with Desmond and Lucy flying off in a literal spaceship to go and find a human colony of Hollywood attractive parkour babies somewhere in the distant galaxy.
What
which doesn't sound like Assassin's Creed as much as it sounds like the holy teachings of a weird sex cult.
My name is Desmond Miles.
That was pretty good. Yo, hats off to you, man. Hell yeah.
There are still traces of this silly bollocks in
funny.
the original game and the Ezio trilogy that followed it. The subplot of the Animus having a bleed effect which grants Desmond the power of eagle vision and the ability to put his hood up indoors without looking completely stupid. But with each new game's modern day segments getting bigger, more intricate, and less popular, it was becoming clearer and clearer that Desmond could not carry an entire game on his own, in part because all he ever did was whine about his dad and occasionally read other people's emails. And so when some genius at Ubisoft decided to kill both him and Luke...
The issue is that these cutscenes are going to be non-existent in future Assassin's Creed titles, because it kind of seems like they're leaning more towards the retelling of history than they are of trying to tie these two dimwits back to everything. I think that I could see within the next 5 to 10 years them completely ignoring and never mentioning the Animus again, and them also probably taking getting away from the Creed altogether. I could see it. They've already kind of done it to an extent.
A grand sacrifice that would allow the world to continue on without them, while still giving them...
Like, if they did it the way Odyssey did in their game, I feel like that would be much more of a enjoyable gaming experience than, for one, like the Lorenzo collection, because like the Lorenzo collection, you would be playing to a certain point, and then whenever it would get really good, they would pull you out of the Animus, and then you would be forced to do like the menial labor that this dimwit had to do outside of the actual history. And that was just so annoying, bro. It wasn't even fun. It was just stupid annoying.
Lore. Not him. Lore. Lore about the first civilization and how their interference with early humans led to our various religions and creation myths. Lore about the technology they left behind and its coveting by key men of history, which makes real earthbound geniuses like Napoleon look like all they really did was fondle a ball. Lore about reincarnation and messages carried through time as encoded DNA markers. I'm pretending not to absolutely adore this stuff, but to be clear, I do. I'm such hell, man.
Nerd!
Break your brain, all right?
But you see, what all this led to was Assassin's Creed becoming about as impenetrable as Metal Gear Solid, but with thick layers of what is a...
Do not compare these two franchises. Do not. I will fucking challenge you to a duel, motherfucker. Excuse me? Do not. These are not the same in any way, shape, or form. Metal Gear Solid is a masterpiece in every way, shape, and form.
Essentially the Silurian hypothesis, but that most people paying little attention to anything so impossibly high-minded...
Ubisoft wishes it had the literacy that fuck, what's his name? Kojima has.
Some silly bollocks about aliens. They're no aliens. It's... Never mind. At this point, the only thing about Assassin's Creed that was clear was that a new direction was needed. An on-ramp for newcomers and casuals, and a hot new protagonist whose feelings about silly bollocks could mirror that wide audience of curious outsiders so covet...
Are we going anywhere with this, man?
...to read a code, whole-faced expositionists, everything is permitted country, something not original plays beautifully into this. There's a
He looks like he's mostly talking about the older one anyway.
That all is not well in the world of Supergirl, dear viewer. Not only did the movie get crapped on by every YouTuber...
Oh, yeah. The movie only grossed like 35 million. It's had a net loss of like 100 million.
With a microphone, but in a shocking act of corporate betrayal, even the mainstream
Supergirl is a super horrendous comic book movie with the worst script I can remember. Reads Variety's review from Owen. James Gunn said he wasn't going into production on any movie until the script was rock solid. For that was the overriding problem with the superhero overkill era. The films had lousy script, which served as generic or layering visual effects. I would assume that's what the generic is.
Social media turned against it, and
That
those
sucks.
guys will defend practically anything without a Y chromosome on the front cover. The film's last remaining hope was at the box office. I mean, plenty of crap movies have taken a critical mauling and still gone on to make like a shit zillion dollars. Maybe there was a third act.
Yeah, but the issue is that now the films themselves aren't even making that. The films themselves aren't even making the actual production costs. Not even a fraction. And you know what's crazy is like this film shouldn't have cost $127 million. This film shouldn't have cost anywhere near that amount. But because you've overhired and you've got a bunch of staff standing around doing nothing, collecting money, that's the reason why it costs so damn much to produce this film.
Redemption waiting for our girl Kara after all.
Yeah, it's bad. It's
Well,
bad.
the numbers are in and the final verdict has been rendered. This movie is an absolute, complete and total stinker. In the past month or so, the opening weekend projections have been revised down more times than a UK economic forecast, and it couldn't even hit that lowest of bars. Not only did it fail to take the #1 spot, but with just 37 million domestic, Supergirl performed even worse than Morbius, which managed 39 million. Damn man, even the Marvels managed to bring in 46 million.
Black girl magic!
Make no mistake, Supergirl isn't just a run-of-the-mill flop or an underperformer, it is a—
It's because the character's unlikable. You see, that's what happens when you have a bunch of privileged white women that make these characters. Then they get all offended whenever you call the characters out for being crap. Because they're crap. These characters are suck. Like, do you know how privileged you have to be whenever you make a character that literally wakes up with a hangover and is like, oh yeah, she's a mess, ha 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 ha. No one can relate to that because the thing is that most people have to get up and go in and work a job from 9 to 5. Like Superman. Superman holds down an actual job along with fighting crime. Spider-Man does the same thing. Iron Man, not to as much of a degree, but then again, you know, people still like him. Like, you have all these characters that all hold down jobs, and then you've got this person that is literally just flying around the galaxy doing fuck all, and then has to care about something other than herself because of a dog. Like, nobody likes a person like this. They're annoying. There's a reason why you're alone in your spaceship in the middle of space. That seems to be the one thing that none of these writers seem to understand whenever they make these shit characters.
a fucking calamity for James Gunn, the DCU, and
I don't know about
superhero
y'all, but
movies.
I don't really think this actress is very pretty either. I just don't. I don't think she's very attractive.
In general. And the thing is, we all told you this was gonna happen. We saw the writing on the wall, we read the signs, and we formed the obvious conclusion that this film had about as much chance of success as an Airbnb in fucking Pripyat. Supergirl might be the most predictable flop in years, but what's important to understand here is why. Because there's already all kinds of bizarre myths and excuses popping up to explain it. And if you can't be honest about your own mistakes, then you'll never learn from them. And by golly, I want Hollywood to learn from this one. So with that in mind, let us examine a few of them, shall we? Myth number 1 is that Millie Alcock is somehow to blame for all this shit. There's this weird attempt going on to frame her as a Rachel Zegler type of actor, constantly shooting her mouth off about politics, feminism, disrespecting other actors and shitting on men in general, and the thing is, it's just not true. Most of this is based around off-the-cuff remarks cherry-picked from much longer interviews that somehow became headline news. I mean, I'm definitely not saying she's perfect or anything, and if we're honest here, casting a relatively unknown 5'2" actress with the body of a child and a face that was always going to be compared unfavourably to her predecessors was a bad move right from the start.
No,
it was always going to open her up to criticism, and boy...
I think that I gotta give DC some credit here, and I'm not a big fan of, like, trying to do goalkeeper for them, but if you had a character that you wanted to grow in, if you had an actress that you wanted to grow into a character, you want to hire younger, kind of like what they did for the Harry Potter movies, right? So I understand why they would do this, but if you do this, you have to make sure that the writing is exemplary, because if you don't, it's just going to be bad. And unfortunately, the writers weren't there.
Did it come? But my point is, I don't think Millie Alcock is at fault here on a personal level. She doesn't really seem like a bad person. What she is young, impressionable, naive, and not particularly...
I think that if you read your script as an actress or an actor, and you don't come to the conclusion that it kind of sucks and that it's boring, just based on reading it, you're part of the problem. Let's be honest here.
Media savvy, and historically, there's no group of people easier to bait into saying...
Damn, I cannot believe she threw her entire career away. Damn, she had it going good. Her and Shia LaBeouf, they had it going good, bro. They had to go and throw it away. She had to go and throw it away. Think about how badass it would have been if they had made a Transformers film that had all of them in it, including what's his name? Cast from Patriots Day. Mark Wahlberg.
Something
Think about how
retarded
badass that'd have
than
been.
young, enthusiastic actresses that have gotten their first taste of fame and attention. Like this infamous red carpet interview where she clearly had a bit too much of the free champagne and was asked about Supergirl's perception as a queer icon.
It wasn't, but in honor of Pride Month, as I'm getting all these questions, I don't know. I think that what makes this film so beautiful is that it's not centered around a man. It's not centered around love at all, if anything. But we'll see. I don't really know, but I don't know. I don't know. She'd probably go both ways.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
You can tell from her awkward, stumbling response that she's trying her best not to offend the interviewer by saying, "What the fuck are you even talking about?" Because that would kick off an even worse shitstorm, while instead pivoting the conversation back.
I know what she's talking about. She's actually a very smart person. She is. She realized mid-sentence that she was about to say something that was about to ruin the movie. And she stopped herself. That's why she kept saying, "I don't know." It's because she was mid-sentence and she had to stop herself. Now, what she said already didn't help. But I'm going to tell you right now that she stopped herself from saying something that would have gotten her into a lot more trouble.
Back towards the generic talking points that she's been given. She's doing exactly what every actor on the promo tour tries to do, she's just not very good at it. If she'd been a bit less drunk and a bit more experienced, she might have said something like, "It's awesome that the LGBT community..."
No, guys, you can't compare Hollywood nowadays to what it was back then. Nowadays, it's just a bunch of rich people that managed to get out of college after mommy and daddy paid to win. And now they're just going right out of college and acting school into movies and stuff. The atmosphere of Hollywood being a bunch of, like problematic pedos, I feel like that now that that's been ousted, it's not as bad.
Have embraced Supergirl like this,
right?
And I think that's part of what makes the character so interesting. There's something in her that everyone can identify with, and that's why I'm super excited to be playing her. Ever notice how politicians never really answer the questions they're given and instead just reframe them into the things they want to talk about?
Yep.
Well, that's exactly what actors are supposed to do when they're promoting their movie. And honestly, I blame the fucking studio, man. Not just for failing to give her the media training.
They should just be telling their actors and actresses that if something comes up that's LGB affiliated, just say no comment. And then if they ask you why, you tell them why. You tell them that the contractors have told you to say no comment.
she clearly needed, but
let the actual studio take the brunt.
Putting idiots like this in front of her in the first place.
Because, like, if you're an actress or an actor and you go out and do something like this, whether you like it or not, you've just involved yourself into that atmosphere war. You have. And it's going to make getting a job after this almost impossible. Especially with the flop that was Supergirl. Right?
It's like that
So,
Mark
like, just
Melkin
don't do
guy.
it.
Would you say this is the gayest superhero ever? They had to know that questions like this were only ever going to appeal to a tiny percentage of the audience and alienate everyone else, but they did it anyway.
I don't like using the term they. It's she said it. The studio didn't say it, she said it.
They threw Millie Alcock to the wolves with this one, and I think that's a real shame because the fallout from this disaster.
She did it to herself.
Is probably going to derail her career for years, if not forever. Myth number 2 is that the movie failed because men just can't stand to see women heading up superhero movies.
How has that worked in the gaming industry? Telling everyone that all gamers are going to become extinct soon. How has that worked out? What's it like alienating your audience and then realizing that they're the only audience that really watches this stuff? Like, where does this mentality come from? Seriously, where did this come from? Well, you're not doing what I want, so I'm going to call you a bad name. Where does this come from? Like, what are you in, like, fucking preschool?
Movies.
Where does it come from? I don't get it.
Because how do you explain the success of Wonder Woman? There was no real antagonism around that movie. Men and...
I can't tell you how many people only watch that because the lady in it is hot as hell. Everyone that I've talked to has said that they went and watched it because she was hot. Even women.
Women both enjoyed it, and it was a critical and commercial hit. Why, you ask? Well, because the protagonist was likeable, feminine, and actually heroic. She wasn't some prickly, aggressive bitch who had to turn every conversation into a battle of wills, or a walking inferiority complex who constantly had to prove herself better than everyone else.
Let me also frame that as well. Wonder Woman was actually a good film. Now, the second one was pretty bad. I didn't like the second one. I went and saw that one in theaters, and I was very disappointed.
Or some shitty feminist revenge fantasy out to punish and humiliate every single man in the movie. Men are perfectly happy to fantasy
and
out
this
to
is the reason why
better than everyone else. Or some shitty feminist
scenes like this are the reason why everyone is jumping ship. They had one of these scenes in Infinity War as well, or Endgame, where all the women teamed up on the battlefield and they tried to fight Thanos. This is so alienating to your core audience, it's not even funny.
Revenge fantasy.
You could see this as woman power, right? Oh, the flower power. But whenever I look at this, I see 5 women that took everything in their body to take down one man.
Punish and humiliate.
So, in a way, they don't really help their cause, do they? They really don't.
Everyone else. Or some shitty feminist revenge fantasy out to punish and humiliate every single man in the movie.
Exactly.
Men are perfectly happy to support female-led movies on 3 conditions. 1, they don't shit on men for the crime of simply existing. 2, the female lead is somewhat likable. And 3, they're actually good.
I really don't like this actress, but that's not really her fault. It also has to do with what she had said, you know?
Supergirl failed on at least 2 of those conditions, arguably.
Because you can tell that she's more left-leaning. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, political, but more like she leans towards feminism, which is weird. But she's not allowed or permitted to say that, which is the reason why she kept saying, I don't know, and stumbling before. And it's so obvious.
3 if you want to be picky. It was a shit film and the protagonist was just plain unlikable. Right from the first trailer, Kara's personality immediately turns you off, man. The writer probably thought it was super empowering and fresh to have a female hero who's messy and crazy and doesn't exist to live up to your expectations. But that's precisely the problem, partly because to outsiders, Kara comes across as lazy, arrogant and self-absorbed, but mostly because you're treating the audience like unwanted baggage that the protagonist has got no time for, like some—
You know why? Because you are unwanted baggage. They want your money, not your mind. They don't care about what you think and feel, they just want your money.
Opponent who has to be defeated or corrected. People couldn't warm to this character because you gave us no reason to like her. In particular, you gave men no reason to like her. See, we've got no sisterly solidarity with female characters. We're not going to support them simply because they exist, so you have to work extra hard if you want to win us over. And win us over you must, because here's another uncomfortable truth for you. When it comes to superhero movies, men are your target audience. You might hate them, you might resent them, but men are who you have to appeal to. It doesn't matter how hard you pander, women are not going to suddenly show up.
You don't even have to have someone like Supergirl in a bikini 95 times in the movie. It would help, but like, you know what really draws men in? Writing and actor and characters that people like and can relate to. I never thought I'd be saying this for a AAA film. The reason why no one likes your film is because no one can relate to your fucking character. And the people that do relate to your fucking character aren't going to go to a theater and watch this. They're going to be too busy going on a shopping spree. Because they're entitled. They have money. You're not going to find anybody that's going to relate to this. You know what would be more relatable? A Supergirl that held down a 9-to-5 as a businesswoman and also had to juggle meeting up with the Justice League or Superman in order to fight crime. Because you would be able to get two baller characters together and see them work well together. Like teamwork. You know, this thing that we're really supposed to be aiming for with equality. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. Does any of that ring a bell? Of course not. Because you've always been so self-centered, making self-centered characters, you don't know what it's like to work on a team. That's why the movie sucks. It's because you weren't ready to work with a team. Like, it's disgusting. It is. It's awful that we have to sit here and witness the fact that we have writers now that don't even understand what relatability is to a character. It's awful.
Support your feminist superhero movie because for the most part, it just does not interest them. Men are who you need to appeal to, and you failed big time with Supergirl. Also, there's no getting around this. The writing philosophy behind characters like Kara is like 5 years out of date now. As a culture, we are so fucking over the whole deconstructed hero thing now. It's not cool or edgy or inventive anymore. After more than a decade of this mean-spirited crap, it's become tired, dated and played out. The very thing it was supposed to be a response to. The lazy comfort zone of hackneyed, cynical and cowardly writers who are so afraid of doing anything real and authentic they'd rather hide behind irony and self-mockery. Speaking of which, myth number 3, people were just out to hate this movie because they want James Gunn to—
I don't dislike James Gunn. I don't dislike the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're not the best films ever made. And I never watched a single Guardians of the Galaxy in theater. So, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch a James Gunn film because it's James Gunn. I don't really care about that. The thing is like the days of thinking that a director or a writer is in control of these projects is a bad mentality. I can't, like, if they're hijacking games and forcing this into games through threat of termination, who knows what these writers and directors are being forced to do on a daily basis? How much of their, like, creative freedom has been taken away for this narrative?
Fail. I mean, as much as I love the idea of this army of embittered Snyder bros working in the shadows to orchestrate one of the biggest media destruction campaigns in history, I think you're investing them with way more
He does have silver hair.
than they actually have. It's the same story.
I'd imagine the reason why they invited him over to DC is because he was easier to work with when it came to the DEI stuff.
Content creators like myself. Yeah, we might get a lot of views at times, but do you really think all the normies out there even know or care what we have to say about Supergirl? Of course they fucking don't. We don't make the news, we just report on it. But on the subject of James Gunn, I think it's fair to say that his creative vision for DC hasn't exactly been a winner so far. Why? Well, two reasons. One, people are simply tired of his shit because
he was never really a great writer to begin with. Like, again, Guardians of the Galaxy was mediocre at best.
the whole deconstructed, cynical hero thing that's coming to the end of its cultural arc is literally all he knows how to do. It's woven into the DNA of every movie and TV show.
By the way, Peacemaker sucked. The ending was terrible.
And it's so fucking played out now.
Man,
and
sucked.
two, his management of the DC brand.
Like, the entire last season of Peacemaker made no fucking sense. There was literally no point in its existence. They could have left it on the first season and have been done with it.
Kennedy looked like a model of executive efficiency. I mean, shit, man. At least she actually turned a profit before she burned it all to the ground. He hasn't even managed to do that. His weird piecemeal approach to trickling out obscure, disconnected content with no particular structure, plan, or overarching narrative tying it all together just reinforces what most people already knew. James Gunn is a director at heart, not a studio head. He doesn't have the big picture creative vision to manage an entire cinematic universe like this, and if anything, he seems to get sidetracked on personal vanity projects like Peacemaker or Creature Commandos, while failing to lay down the building blocks that this franchise example of that than the MCU, where even dogshit movies like Black Panther 2 somehow made more than $860 million. DC, on the other hand, stand on its own merits. Any sane man in his position would have brought out the biggest guns in the arsenal. Superman.
That's what I'm saying, like, like, the last good film that they made had these three characters. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And it was called Batman vs. Superman. It was a really good film. It was really good. Like, a lot of people hated on it, but I actually really liked it. It kind of sucks, honestly. It does.
And Batman, Wonder Woman, give them all their own solo adventures, then have them team up for some epic cinematic event movie, then and only then can fucking booster gold. Instead, Gunn's DCU is all arse about face, trying to open with shit that nobody cares about in a market for superhero movies that's rapidly shrinking, and well, the results speak for themselves. All of this is to say that, yeah, Supergirl was an entirely predictable failure, but not for the reasons that a lot of people seem to think. It probably would have failed at the box office even if it had been
It looked like the stream dropped a bunch of frames.
A decent movie, but as it turns out, it couldn't even manage to do that. And if this is what the future of DC on film looks like under James Gunn, well, you have to start asking yourself how much longer he'll be around. My guess is not long. Anyway, that's all.
I think that people want DC to be good so badly that they're willing to take whatever they can to get that copium hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of sad to see it. It really is.
Outlaw, you fungus. What, you think the law is just a suggestion? Something you don't actually have to follow? You're above it? You're untouchable? I know what you've done. I know your dirty little secret.
Oh.
You've been in a Minecraft private server at some point in your life, haven't you? Yeah, I thought so. And I might just report you for it. You might be seeing a little Men in Black show up at your doorstep later on today when the FBI rolls through, scooting in sideways to take you away in cuffs. Yeah, so if you don't know what I'm referring to, there was a big old circus performance here at a California state hearing about the Protect Our Games Act, which has been endorsed by Stop Killing Games. And, well, it turns out so many of you may just be lifelong career criminals engaging in illegal activities going into Minecraft private servers. Did you know that? You thought that you were squeaky clean, a law-abiding citizen, but what you actually are is a scourge. You are a criminal, scum, kingpin, degenerate worm. Did you know that?
One part of the bill is around the ability to go on a community server. The author is stating that that's currently allowed right now, so long as you're. If I don't want to misunderstand what you said, Assembly Member.
That's correct. Minecraft is currently hosted by community servers. Call of Duty community servers. So it's an option that is out there in existence here today.
They're illegal, and they are not in any way affiliated with Microsoft.
Damn, just like that, right up under the bus, huh? Damn, that's crazy.
Minecraft has gotten a lot of criticism.
Now, this is the excerpt Stop Killing Games posted on YouTube, but the actual full source, it gets even worse. Like the way that she talks about it. I'm going to show you the full clip in a second, but just let that...
So if you have a Minecraft private server, you just got thrown under the bus.
Digest for a moment.
She's trying to say that if you have a Minecraft private server, then you're doing it illegal, like pirating the game itself. Technically, is what she's trying to say. So that is a Microsoft head trying to say that because they're trying to do the stop killing games, and Minecraft is like big on like online stuff, right? She's trying to like detach the multiplayer online stuff like Minecraft servers from the actual base game by saying that it's illegal.
He is saying that...
So, upon alienating your audience, what else have we done, Microsoft?
These are illegal. This is a representative for the ESA, the Entertainment Software Association, who's now just coming out here dropping the hammer down, branding fucking private servers in Minecraft and Call of Duty as illegal. Curious. What?
I didn't even know you could make private servers for Call of Duty.
Minecraft is legitimately built upon these private servers. Most people that play Minecraft are playing private servers. Well, I guess I can't say most. How about we just be safe here? And
I don't even remember the last time I got on to Minecraft and played the single player function without like somebody else joining in. Which, by the way, you would need a server to do. You'd need a server in order to multiplayer like that.
Not exaggeratory. Private servers are a core identity.
They're on the actual website when you go to like Minecraft. They're on the website being advertised on a different page. Like literally, it's part of the tab system that they have. You click over to a different tab and you can get like this list of private servers that you can like pay money for that will allow you to, you know, put Minecraft with mods on it.
Minecraft. It is integral to the Minecraft experience in a lot of ways. And now they're just giving this blanket statement of, oh yeah, that's illegal. What?
And they are not in any way affiliated with Microsoft. Microsoft, for Minecraft, has gotten a lot of criticism because of those community servers not employing the same safety standards that Microsoft does on their Minecraft servers.
So is it like the black market of video games?
Yes, in fact, we consider it piracy. We have lawsuits, 2 pending lawsuits against private servers right now.
I don't believe that. Is that true? Hold on. Does Microsoft have lawsuits against 2 private servers in Minecraft or for Minecraft?
Software Association, representing the industry, use them as piracy. They have noted 2 pending lawsuits against such servers.
But there's no paperwork. What?
And the United States Trade Representative, in their Notorious Markets reports on counterfeiting and piracy, has named some of these big private servers as a notorious market.
Thank you so much. As some member, I don't want to ask the same questions as my colleague because they're...
Yes, you thought it was all fun.
I hate that they do that they're allowed to do this. I hate that they're allowed to be vague like this. It's so freaking annoying, bro. Like, if I was one of those sitting members, I'd be like, well, what servers are you suing? That I would be fact-checking her. I'd be like, what servers are you suing? Get the names and then do a little background, little checky on them, you know?
Big
like,
private servers as a notorious market.
I hate how they're allowed to be
Thank you so much. As some member, I don't want to ask the same questions as my colleague because they're...
Yes, you thought it was all fun and games playing Bed Wars on a private server with your buddies. Blasphemy. You heretics. Think has a separate thing than what they are saying as this blanket, oh yeah, private servers are illegal. We consider it piracy. So this is the ESA, the Entertainment Software.
It doesn't matter if you consider it piracy. Piracy's illegal. And the thing is that what they're doing isn't illegal. You can't just call, it's like, you can't just point your finger at somebody and call them a murderer. That's not how it works.
Association's position now, branding Minecraft and Call of Duty private servers illegal, and adding that as far as the ESA is concerned, we consider it piracy. So this is Jennifer Gibbons, who's the ESA's Vice President for State Government Affairs, and as illustrated from this article here, it's a load of fucking hogwash. This is dirty barnacles. You can literally download a .jar file from the official Minecraft website to run your own private server right now. So if it was considered piracy and illegal, why is the official Minecraft site providing these? It's so servers and stop to the black market of video games here. And look at this, you got a huge way doing shady deal books in it, which Notorious Markets reports in years gone by, but not for the simple fact of existing. Take, for example, a 2018 report specifically cited Warmane and Firestorm servers as example of Notorious Markets, two sites which enabled people to play World of Warcraft without paying a subscription to Blizzard, which is quite a bit different from the private Minecraft server you run with your pals or a community server.
Yeah, but the thing is that Blizzard had those hosts shut down. The reason for that is because of the gold that was in it, right? From what I understand. Is because it had, like, World of Warcraft has the gold that you can farm or whatever, and from what I understand is that they were figuring out a way to, like, port that into the actual game from the private server.
For an old COD that no one maintains anymore. That's exactly right. There is a huge difference. As anyone with even a slightly functioning frontal lobe would tell you. But their rights against you're just
so like
this.
That's it, huh?
Put the fear.
It's not. Isn't really like there's anything else.
Next session we come.
So you mean to tell me that these corporations would sooner cut off the server things and call it piracy than to actually admit that they might be killing games and taking them away? Huh? Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought that they would do something like that? I mean, surely not me. Not I.
Hello everyone, this is
Yo, Daily Dose of the Internet. Let's go ahead and watch this daily dose of thine internet on YouTube. Boom. Boom. Let's get it, boys.
Your daily dose of internet. These roads in Argentina aren't for the weak.
Hey, yo! Bro, we going in. What the fuck is this? You're going the wrong way, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing,
What are you doing, bro?
What was going both ways, please? Bro, what was that, bro? Yo, what was that? That's how it is? It's dos way? Yeah.
Yo!
Way? Yeah.
God, that hit him hard. But here, you wanted a fish? Here's your fish. Get the fuck out of here. Get away from me.
That dolphin just threw a fish at me.
You gonna take it off? Do you want me to? How do I take it? Just like that.
Well,
I guess it was their time.
Right here, just a moment. Easy does it.
Bro, I bet it is hard as hell to see in that thing. Is this the actual vision hole right here?
Just the bone. Not the phone. No, 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 no.
Something tells me they're siblings.
Oh, damn.
I'm passing the phone to someone who won't stop putting stuff in his mouth.
Man, what a... Damn. Oh, That truck was booking it too, boy. Jesus!
Someone put a rainbow exhaust tip on a Toyota Camry XLE. Car mods are getting way out of hand.
Yo! What is this, the Douglas fir? Like, dude, come on.
On a Toyota Camry XLE.
Bro's literally got, like, fucking turf on his car. What the hell?
Getting way out of hand these days. It's, like, actually ridiculous.
Bro, oh, no. This guy's a monster.
I mean, seriously, you can't just buy
How does it keep getting worse?
a regular car and then heavily modify it and then expect people to think it's cool.
I wonder who's to blame for this mess.
Bro, what is that? That looks so problematic, bro. Like, what? How do you not know this? Did you, like... And you know what's sad? I guarantee you there are 18-wheeler checks, like school bus checks. Like, every morning I had to get out and walk the entire school bus. And, like, do an entire, like, run through the brake system and everything. How the hell? Dude, like, seriously. How do you not notice? Oh, my God.
Wait, hold on. Guys, don't mind Tony. Tony's making a cake. Wrong side.
It said bottom and sides of the pan. It says bottom.
Bro. Oh, no. I guess somebody needs to go back to school.
And side.
This is what Cocomelon does to the human brain, guys.
Of the pan.
See, back whenever I was growing up, we had to worry about those paint chips, those lead paint chips. Now we got Cocomelon on the loose, man.
What is it? Is this not the bottom?
My guy.
Is this not the bottom? I'm confused.
Oh, damn, what the hell was that? Oh! Holy shit! Bro!
There was a heat wave in Paris.
God damn! Well, this is no drive-through parking. Holy! I guess he needed his truck fixed, huh?
There was a heat wave in Paris, and this guy wanted to show how hot it was.
Si je mets un œuf là. Regardez bien.
Ah! Yeah, I heard that it sucks in the EU right now. I heard that y'all ain't got no AC.
2, 1. Oh, maybe. Oh. Hold it, Deborah. Is it not gonna pop?
It's not popping.
Oh my God.
That's funny. Oh no. Oh! Dead. She's dead. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, damn! Uh-oh. It's the fighting boys. They're going at it. They're throwing hands. They get, oh.
Boys.
Oh. What happened?
Boys.
What do you mean you lost your phone? You have your phone in your hand.
This guy managed to...
Oh, her sunglasses. Ah, you dumb.
This guy managed to capture what happens when you're on a boat when an earthquake hits.
Oh, hell no. The hell with that. Fuck that. Nah, man. Hell nah.
Hits.
Oh!
Maybe come.
Bro, is he good? I didn't even see him laying there.
Maybe come.
If that had been an inch over, dude, he'd be cooked. Yo.
Maybe come.
Here he goes. Hello.
This is the smallest park in the United States.
Is it
You
really?
missed the surprise.
No. No, that's fake. No. No. Mill Inns Park? Mill Inns Park. Mill Inns Park. Nope, it's a real thing. That's a real thing. It's a real thing, and people have left it reviews. Apparently, it's got 4.5 reviews. Apparently, this park is like the best park.
It's the smallest park. Oh my, what?
Bro. 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 Oh my god. Yo! Oh! Damn, boy!
Gosh. First time in my life. Hello.
You forgot to pay the electric bill. Oh.
I think her tanning session got a bit out of hand.
Hi guys, so I got a spray tan today. Is it normal to look like this?
Oh no. They fucked up. Oh.
Dude, I went in, asked for a light bra, and she said, yeah, I got you, girl. I'll get you right. I said, bet. So then I come out of the machine, I look at my face, and I look like this.
Or on Daddy's Day. On Theo's Day.
Bro, this car literally doing like a doodle bop like you a child. Why would you want this? You know what hurts me is every time I see something like this, I can't help but tell myself we're becoming more and more like Demolition Man. Where like the world is gonna be babied. Well, that worked out.
A pantry. Ah, a pan.
That's where they come from. I always wondered where the pans came from. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Pantry.
Oh! Oh, dude, she got taken out by a fucking hula hoop. Yo, I've never, damn. First woman in history to get taken out by a hula hoop.
いやもうそれはもうこのジャンプするんかなこれ。
Bro, you gonna have to dig that golf ball out. Oh.
This guy is the definition of efficiency.
Damn, look at him going. Holy. Damn.
Does that mean I'm running?
Dude, you think you got enough fucking lights on that shit or what?
with the exclamation mean? Does that mean I'm...
What about the check engine light? What about the check engine light? That seems way more fucking problematic.
Running out of horsepower?
This lady took a pregnancy test and the result wasn't exactly clear.
Megan, what did you do? You noticed. And what did it say? Can you be the question mark?
Yo, you know you cooked whenever you do a pregnancy test and it basically says, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
3.
Are you seriously gonna do that?
I don't do that every time.
Woo!
I got excited.
Yeah!
Oh! Someone's gonna mess it up. Someone's gonna mess it up.
This is my favorite clip from this episode. This face paint artist created this really cool effect by using a mix of water resistant and regular paint.
Really? What? That's cool. Get out of here.
Здається, що всю рибу забрав ось цей чувак.
Yo! How much I want to make a bet he fell asleep and the tide came in?
You can see the moment they realize their mistake.
Scammer. Bro, there's no notes. And then as soon as I fill my, they cut me right off.
What's your question?
Why we got the non-scented dry sheets?
Napkins?
What's in your hands, babe?
That's napkins, man.
The dry sheets. Up here with the dry stuff, washing stuff.
Those are napkins, bro.
What does that say?
Professional series. 50 ply sheets per carton, white. Angel soft dry sheets.
That does not say dry sheets.
What is this?
Babe.
What? What does it say?
This is tissue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like tissue in his hands. What's he on about?
Babe.
Oh, does he think? Oh, he must think that it's dryer sheets.
Who put it over the washing machine? Why is tissue over
That
the
explains
washing
why he's saying
This
dryer
goat
sheets.
is really clingy.
Get down.
Bro, goats can be annoying little piss ants. They can be. They're always climbing on stuff.
Get down. Come eat. Lady.
I guess this chicken works for a living.
Yo, I need to get me my own trained chicken. Yo, what? Get out of here. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I hear the people that are doing this nowadays are they're getting fired because they're getting rid of all the DEI programs. Woo! Oh, there it went.
This plumber was using a camera to find a leak in the drain when he found something else instead.
I mean, about 12 meters.
What? What is that? Wait, what? Why? What the fuck?
What the Hey! Bro,
oh, there's no jam in it.
What happened to my jelly?
This giant alligator decided to interrupt their round of golf.
That's a big ass fucking alligator. That thing is huge. Holy! That is a massive alligator. God damn, boy!
Okay, I feel
Bro,
like...
that thing would eat a dog and it'd be considered a snack. That's a fucking T-Rex, man. That ain't no damn alligator. Put a saddle on him. Be going places.
Okay, I feel like I'm losing my mind. My shrimp cocktail is glowing in the dark. Like blue. What the actual... That's me and my glowing...
Isn't that like a radiation or something like that? Like radiation?
The dark shrimp. a biologist, a marine biologist, please explain this to me.
I've never seen a caterpillar standing up like this before.
That's really weird. Why is it glowing? Bro, it looks like one of the ones that you kill in Dark Souls. Like the little ones that run away from you. They like glow brightly before they fade away. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah? You know, I feel like if you did this instead of just standing there with a sign, there'd be way more people that would be willing to give you money. Oh! Damn, bro.
Yep, just over 16 foot, Teal. Okay, thank you.
Oh, what a
When
good
burning certain
doggy! What a
materials,
good
it can create
boy!
strings like this that clump together and float in the heat.
Wait, what is that? Oh, so that's like, I thought it was water. That's some kind of material that's on fire. Huh. Oh, it sees. Eagle eye. That's creepy. What the fuck? Wait, what? Get out of here, really? It actually has two eyes.
This is
what?
How bad the
That
heat
is
wave
creepy.
is in London right now. We come into the kitchen and there's water like all over the counter. It's going back. Mind you, I've been home all day long. I'm like, oh, I don't know. We took a shower. Maybe there's a pipe leak.
Why are you thinking about the shower? You thinking about the shower? You in the kitchen, right?
Leaking somewhere. Okay. I grab a tissue to wipe the water off the counter. Guess what this looks? It's the butter. This evening, the butter has melted.
The question is, does he
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, now the counters are gonna be all greasy. Oh, that's gonna suck, bro.
have a big head or is it a big hat?
Bro, and it feels like no matter how much you scrub, too, you'll never find it all. Bro, it will be clean, spick and span, and in 3 hours to 3 days later, you're still finding stuff. Oh, I hate it, bro.
Hi, Steve. I love you.
Steve doesn't care. Steve is on something. Bro, that's what you call recycling right there, big dog. Look at that. That's recycling. You see that? That's right. She recycled that. That's what's up. Yo, she knows what's up.
I wonder what they're arguing about.
That looks crazy. What? Yo, you should get somebody to like dive into that. Yeah, what happens if you touch it? Touch it! Touch it before
These
it gets...
Scotland soccer fans adopted this robot as one of their own.
Yo! Isn't this that one robot that Speed, like, tackled or whatever and broke? The one that's got, like, a massive following? Oh! In the water! In the water! There goes his sandwich, too. That's the worst part about it. That hamburger's fish food now, big dog. Hey, what? That's creepy.
Other than the barn owl, most other owls don't have this feature. When you consider the fact that
a friend! A friend!
I finally cracked the code! That's how you do it, sir! I've always wondered.
Oh, he went to say.
What? Bro, this is like a bunch of monkeys that have just discovered how to open a banana for the first time. Like, holy crap.
Yeah! Oh, and he spit. Oh, boss! Big up you, boss!
It's not quite her tempo.
I think this one's broken.
I think you broke it. Oh no. Birdie does not compute.
This one's broken.
You fucking broke it.
I mean, it looks slightly bigger than the other two.
So my mum told me that she'd adopted a pet seagull, thought she was joking, turns out she wasn't.
Yo!
All right,
you
Dave.
gotta be careful what you do to those crows, ravens, and seagulls. They remember. You may think they're stupid, but they
Dave.
remember. Oh.
That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed.
W Daily Dose of the Internet.
And I'll see you guys again very.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we are gonna continue with all the goodies. We're definitely not gonna watch this because this is an hour. Give me 1 second. We bake. Sorry about that. Okay, we're not gonna watch this one. Oh, we're gonna start watching. We're done with that. Done with that. There we go.
PC Lydia Ward punched by Mohammed Amaz at Manchester Airport, leaving her male colleague to single-handedly take over. Says women belong in the police and are often better than men. Okay.
I just don't understand why. There was no need to punch me in the face.
You got punched in the face because this man wanted to run away from the police. That's why. There have been, there was a pizza place that one of my friends worked at, and he said that there was an address that was on file for a house that they don't deliver to because someone was shot and killed after they tried to deliver the pizza to the house. A guy answered the door with a shotgun and blew his face off. People do things because they want to. And instead of sitting here in a fairy tale land and acting like nobody's ever going to punch a woman in the face to get away, even if she's a police officer, is brain dead. It's a brain dead logic. It's kind of sad to think that there are people out there that are stupid enough to think that you're going to find rhyme or reason with a killer. It's crazy.
That felt like it.
What are you, fucking stupid? He punched you in the face because it pushed you on the ground, and then it made it to where you weren't able to arrest him.
You know, it
you
was
got
a targeted assault on myself.
When she and colleagues tried to arrest a man at Manchester Airport, and this is what happened.
Boom.
That punch
Plop.
broke her nose.
You never prepared for that, even though
You're a police officer. You're a police officer. You should always be ready for something like that. You know what the biggest cost of firefighter lives is? Negligence. Oh, it can never happen to me. It can never happen to me. Never, ever, ever. No, never, ever, ever. I'll never get trapped. Instead of that mentality, why don't you prepare for it? Why don't you prepare for it? Why don't you get ready in case you're trapped? In case you get tangled up in wires? Why don't you carry a knife? Why don't you carry a tool with you so you can leverage whatever's on top of you off? So this is backwards thinking what they're doing. It's disgusting.
You're not prepared for a suspect to hit you as a police officer? I think we have a big problem here.
Mohammed Fahir Amaz was convicted of the assault of PC Ward.
just felt like people were, you know, she's useless, she should have done more. The videos of me had...
You sitting there crying because you got punched and your nose was broken. You're a police officer. You're an officer of the law. You're supposed to enforce it. Like what?
Made those comments come to the forefront of should women be police officers. Policing isn't about being a ninja warrior and being able to, you know, take people down. It's about...
That's exactly
that's exactly what it is. You're the last line of defense that keeps the people that want to hurt other people either in jail or in the dirt where they belong. That's your job. Your job is to serve and protect. If you can't do that, you're useless. You shouldn't be on the force.
what it's about. Yeah, so like if you can't take somebody down and they're running wild and they hurt somebody else, then I feel like you kind of messed up, didn't you?
It's about showing empathy towards people in some of the worst days of their life.
Because, you know, that's totally what they want to do for you. That's totally what they're doing when they're trying to kill somebody, right? They want to show empathy towards you. Where the hell do these people get off? Like, seriously. What the fuck? This is supposed to be a police officer saying this shit. Or, like, what? Like, how cushy do these guys have it?
How about the
Seriously.
empathy for everybody else at the airport that's having to deal with two psychopaths running around, swinging and punching people? How about the empathy for the other people that are going to get hit in the face instead, too?
All manner of different roles. And there is some women that, you know, are even better in them sort of situations than some men.
Not really though, right? Like we all know that's not true. You got laid out because you're a little woman. You should have never been in the police force.
Will always have an impact on me that I'll always, when I go to...
You got punched in the face and you're sitting here crying about it. You realize that this lady is getting paid blue-collar wages in whatever country she's in to be a police officer. And the first time she's ever been punched in the face, she's on national television crying about it. If that doesn't prove to you that this lady shouldn't be a cop, I don't know what does.
Attend an incident as a police officer, have it in the back of my mind, okay, things can escalate, things can get out of
You didn't think of that?
control very fast, and, you know, you're never actually safe.
But now, as a new mum,
you thought you were...
She has returned to the job, still with questions.
Why? Holy shit.
I want to understand, I would have liked to have understood why he did what he did.
If you don't understand why he did what he did, you're hopeless. This is going to happen to her again, I guarantee you. Guarantee you.
These people have no survival instinct at all. Isn't it scary that they can vote?
I want him to understand how that...
He doesn't give a shit. I want him to understand he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. You know why? Because he just punched a cop in the face, a woman cop in the face, and broke her nose. He doesn't care about you. You're less than dirt to him. Literally, he would have walked on top of you to get away. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You're brain dead.
Him doing that impacted my life. Maybe for him
I'm
to
sure he totally cares about that.
take some responsibility for what he's done. Show some remorse. An apology.
Oh my God.
I've not had that, no.
Suicidal empathy. Maybe if you get punched in the face 4 or 5 more times, it might knock a few neurons loose in your brain and it'll start working again. Maybe at that point you'll start understanding.
No, I don't think she's gonna last that long. She's gonna end up quitting before that, guarantee you. Guarantee you.
World works.
She's not gonna last that long.
Sorry.
This is called karma. Twitch streamer Frogan and YouTuber Ethan Klein's default...
Oh, here we go. So yeah, Frogan never showed up to Ethan Klein's lawsuit, so it defaulted. Oh, here we go.
Judgment hearing. So a default judgment is when you don't respond to a lawsuit and you lose by default. Now she's lost $180,000.
Holy shit.
As of right now, her GoFundMe is currently $39,000, is still accepting donations, the vast majority of which have not gone towards legal defense. What have they gone towards? Nobody knows. Oh, this
Legal Mindset thinks that she ate it all.
This is it.
No wonder one of them mentioned 180. I was like, 180? I was like, my student loans? I was like, what? 180? I could go to the iDubbbz route. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not apologizing for shit. I'm not apologizing for jack shit. I'd rather peel my
Okay, well, enjoy paying $180,000 in debt, dumbass.
toenails off one by one and pluck every single hair follicle I have, then apologize to Ethan.
Why do you do this? What's wrong with you? 34 viewers, by the way. 2 hours into the show.
At the end of the day, guys, don't worry. I'm cooking.
What are you cooking?
People will love to think that I'm ignoring everything happening.
You used to have like thousands. Or like hundreds, not thousands.
I'm not.
That's
I didn't know there was an
crazy.
update. I guess it just happened like 2 hours ago, which is after business hours for lawyers. But don't worry.
Dude, this is the biggest.
It's like, it's a complete and total, like, crackdown on the people that caused Ethan all that hell. Like, between the viewership numbers that they've had just plummet and the amount of money that they've just straight up wasted, it seems like Denims might be the only... It was Frogan and it was Casey Tron, both got the finger. iDubbbz roached out along with Casey Tron. So the only one left is Denims. Denims is the only one left other than the Snark subreddit.
I've had so many calls with my lawyers at 9 at night. You know those guys are around all the time. Team lawyers? I mean, I guess, right?
Just to be clear, she raised $39,000 on a
It's all
GoFundMe.
gone. It's all gone. Supposedly the money is all gone because of how she worded her GoFundMe.
Me for a legal defense that didn't even show up.
I don't know what's going through her head because she seems to think she hasn't lost. But I promise you, Frogan, you have lost.
No filing whatsoever from Frogan.
No.
At the end of the day, you guys don't think I'm stupid.
I think
I'm
she's
curious
stupid.
how you can cook on
I
it.
think that if you've got an audience that is that small, with however, like, I think Frogan's been streaming for like 10 years now, at least. Like, you might just be stupid, lady. Holy
Default
crap.
judgment.
I'm curious how you can cook on a default judgment. That's a good question.
I can cook. I had the video paused 52% of the time.
What is
Well,
this?
why didn't you go to court and fight that then? Like, do you think that this is just some like streamer thing that you don't have to go to? You got a letter of summons, like, well, not a letter of summons, but you've been like summoned to court.
Have to do with the? Did you read the lawsuit? I mean,
Yeah.
did you even read it?
I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal.
At the end of the day, I don't understand why people stalk the docket. It's so crazy to me.
It's because people hate you.
U.S. military? Who f***ing who? I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Duh. How are you confused by this?
People are coming in here telling me shit I didn't even know about my own lawsuit right now.
Oh
You
my
don't.
god.
You have no idea. But that's
Matt.
okay
She
because it's over now.
Doesn't even understand what's being discussed. Whereas like the Frogan one was a lot more obvious. Like default judgment is like,
Was it? Wait, was it? Or are you just as...
I think that every lawyer that looked at what she was being sued for turned her down. I think that's what happened. Is she, because like usually in order to get in to talk to a lawyer, you have to pay a fee, right? Which is like $300 or $400. It's actually quite a bit. And I guarantee you she's probably spent a couple thousand talking to lawyers and none of them would take the case because they saw how fucked she was, because she openly states why she's doing it.
stupid and don't know what happened there either. You have been wrong confidently throughout this entire process, and your audience doesn't know any better, and they're just like desperately looking for something to confirm their biases and to
why did the court say it was a default judgment then?
It's pretty obvious
There's
that
no bias here. She didn't show up to court. That's what happens when you don't show up to court, man. You get the full brunt of whatever is going to be there. Like, that judge could have been in a bad mood and made her pay like $500,000. She should be grateful. Like,
you were wrong.
You can just look it up. How is it that nobody understands what actually is happening?
All of these guys are
it's
actively...
because if they understood what was actually happening, then they would have to admit that they're wrong, but they're not going to do that.
lying to you.
Is the court document? Oh my.
If you follow these stupid reactionary fucking lawyers, oh, socialist, why won't he give these guys money? Trust me, if I offer support, you won't know about it.
I also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker. Hassan never even...
And you know what's funny is he keeps calling them wussies and like, or like not wussies, but like cowards for folding like iDubbbz did. But like, bro, it's a whole different ball game whenever you're the one on the chopping block, bro.
reached out to me privately to offer words of support.
Based.
It felt like he wanted to receive credit from the public from helping me without providing any.
It's actually crazy how dumb these people are. It really is. It's so sad.
And Twitch streaming sucks. I fucking hate it. It's been bad for a few months.
Forget about the money, just have fun.
It's my job, though. I have to focus on the fucking money.
Wait for him.
It's an entire subreddit that's dedicated to complaining about people that make content in New York. They're so nasty. There's a New York City content creator who's a transplant, by the way, begging people to donate to a GoFundMe for her rent, and it's making me incredibly happy. Everyone's bashing her.
I don't wish this stress on anyone. I'm now facing this final week by myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This has been agonizing. I've moved so many times the last year of living in New York, and I know the life that I signed up for by being a full-time artist in New York City. Mom Donnie gave a speech after—
I feel like what you have to do is, if you're sitting on your ass at home, you need to do more live streams because you're getting views. It's obvious you're getting views. You should just do more live streams, more content creation. That's what you should be doing.
The next one.
You believe the speech?
What is New York if not your back is up against the wall, your dream just out of reach?
Dude, this is the target audience for Mixtape.
Unsure how you'll make your next rent payment.
Yeah.
And looking at those 99.6% odds that are against you and smiling because in that 0.4% New Yorkers find a way.
You're not a New Yorker, you're a transplant.
I've just been surrendering. I can't carry it anymore. This is too much for me. I have no safety net.
You'll have to figure it out.
I don't have family that I can rely on financially.
Why would you move to New York then? See, this is the problem, is that people like this make bad...
She moved to New York to push this narrative so that way she can get people to donate to her. That's why she did it. There's nothing that is surprising to me whenever I hear that people move somewhere so that way they can use this weird Trump card to, you know, push this agenda. And it's fucking disgusting. It is. You're a piece of shit, lady. Go back to where you came from.
Decisions, and then they act like victims
Go
when
back
those
to California or wherever you're from.
bad decisions have inevitable consequences.
It is literally up against a wall right now.
It's up against
But
a
one
window,
thing that I know
actually.
for sure is
Reminds me of those idiots that went to Canada whenever Trump got into office. They're sitting there over there. They're like sleeping in like actual shelters now.
New York, and I belong here, and I'm not going anywhere.
So why are people get a job? Wow, excuse me, she's a dreamer. Ma'am Donnie told her personally in a speech, how dare you suggest that girlie get a day job to pay her bills? That'll ruin her artistic vision and creative spark. I want this to be a win for all of us. Girl, none of us give a damn if you move apartments. I hate when people talk like this. Who is all of us? Nobody benefits here besides you. And this is the bullshit she's selling. What the?
What is that? Is that a cookie?
All right, that's it. It's
Is that a
Sonic
roach?
Shoe medallion. No. Oh, she can get out of my entire face with this. You know what's funny? Everybody on these snark influencer pages, they're all women. Look at all these ones with long hair. Those are girls. This entitled girl has the audacity to get on the internet and beg for money. Face looks like, look at it, making fun of the way she looks, dude. I myself if someone said this about it. She's extremely homely and unfortunate looking. They're so
You can tell the difference between the man and the woman comments. It's hilarious, bro.
nasty.
Like what?
People complained about
You
me.
can tell
These
the difference.
bitches are petty. No one hates women more than women. It's legit relevant because if she were hot, that room would have some first-year Lazard analyst in it already. So basically, because she's not being used as a fleshlight for a finance guy, that means that she's a loser. Bro, feminism is gone. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have rich guys that want to use you as a fleshlight? Oh, you're such a loser. How are they so nasty? What's wrong with them? They have to be fat. I don't like gatekeeping New Yorker, but she's the kind of person I make exceptions for. By the way, do you know how I know that this is all being done by women? I think that half of these negative comments wouldn't exist if she wasn't white. It's a green light for them to be as nasty and vicious, cruel as possible. And there's no sense of social consequence or problematic behavior.
Not yet. Not yet, anyway.
No one is forcing her to live there. Dude, it's all, I love pickles, XOXO. And this is that same bit. So she's making multiple, oh my God.
She's making multiple
boys
posts.
have gone wild. And it's all about women too, by the way. Every single one of these, it's all, it's, again, no one hates women more than women. This validates everything that I've been saying. Everything I believe, everything.
That is crazy, though. It is crazy. So apparently Europe doesn't have AC units, and they're dying more to hot air than we are of bullets here in America.
Is mogging and flexing on Europeans.
China? What, China?
So China is mogging and flexing on Europeans.
Yo.
给阿黄的猪圈里装空调了。
No, bro. Yo, the AC out. The dog outside gets AC. Look at that. Bro. How come it is that you've got people in China that living better than the UK? How'd that happen? Or
worse than a Chinese dog. You are living worse than a Chinese motherfucking dog. This one too? Oh, I've seen a few more of these. They're so bad. Look at this one. Oh no, yeah, I've seen this one. Here's another one.
Dude, what is this
Chinese people are trolling Europeans by posting videos on social media showing that even their pigs have...
No. 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 Yo, the fucking pigs have AC. Yo. Oh
my god. Yeah, take a look at this quality source bacon. A bus driver crashed today because he fainted to fainted due to the heat.
So this dude. So what? They don't have AC units on buses either? So they just don't have air conditioning there at all.
Voilà, en direct. Un malaise machiniste qui vient d'avoir un coup de chaud sur 189.
It's just so sad.
On vient d'appeler les pompiers.
Damn, bro.
Voilà ce qui arrive.
It is so sad. He fainted due to heat exhaustion. My city got new buses. They have a lot of AC. These other European countries need to step up. Y'all were living worse than a Chinese dog. The heat has gotten so extreme in Germany that tram tracks have started to melt.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Are you kidding me? The tram tracks melted.
Fuck.
What? Bro, that looks like they tried to come alive and goop away. What is this? Yo, what the shit?
What the fuck is going on? Paris
Bro, they literally melting over there.
blames Americans for their air conditioning for the Europe heat wave.
Is something... Y'all gotta stop blaming America for all y'all's damn problems, man. Y'all gots to.
Wait. Are we doing this to them?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're doing it to them. You know why? Nothing is preventing them from getting an AC.
Oh no, guys! And here are the CO2 emissions. Is this the graph with China going up like a rocket? Let me see if I can pull it up. Logged collectively by India. And then look how much they changed. It didn't even barely move. I saw a clip of it and everybody is argument. I like that argument.
Average across France, 29.8 degrees Celsius. That's 85.
So the average is 85. So that's the average? That means it's hot as balls over there. Y'all need to get AC units. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's 85 degrees, like
scorching.
Yeah, and that's during the daytime. At night, it's 70.
Yeah.
That's a humidor. That's perfect.
70? That's
That's still too hot. No, that's still too hot.
what I set my AC to at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Do they not have electricity? They don't want to spend any electricity. Is this the one that I saw? Yeah, here we go. It's 39 Celsius in Paris. Now, how many is 39 Celsius?
I was gonna say, I don't know what that is.
It'll be able to understand it. 102.
It's 102?
Okay, that's hot.
Bro.
That's really hot.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Look at him, bro.
Oh, they're trying to get fans. Why don't y'all just get AC, man? Oh, but the electricity. Just get damn AC unit. Get like a window unit.
Jesus. They're like Labubu's. They're all gone. A fan doesn't even cut it. I know, and they're just buying it up like crazy.
They just buying those fans to circulate that hot air in their apartments, man.
And this is insane, man. A Chinese dog is living more comfortably than a European. It's pathetic.
No, a pig is living more comfortably.
Well, again, hey.
EU is good.
Like this is the path that you wanted to have. It is. This is the path. See, like this is the kind of stuff. Well, why and circulate loose? Then we have These people don't wear deodorant? Yeah, I guess so.
Jesus,
and
outside with drenched. No.
Jesus. No,
I bet it's so bad in those subways. I bet it is so excruciatingly hot in those subways. The humidity in there is probably so damn thick you need like a butter knife to cut through it.
I see. Yes, howdy. This is brutal, man. These people don't wear deodorant? Yeah, I guess so. And animation shows the next European heat wave may take shape. So they're going to have another one after this. Oh. Oh, no. Well, anyway, guys, chaos in France. This is so funny. Let me see. What is this here? Probably, yeah. Fans are $10. Just do that shit.
Bro, you getting like multiple fans and you sitting there talking about the electricity bill. Like, what? Oh, it's a European fan, guys. Look at that. I mean, a European AC.
Oh, that's nice.
This is what hell looks like.
Oh, that's nice.
I want to remind you guys at this point that, yeah, it's really true but misleading. Public and commercial.
About whether or not Trump is on Ozempic, the new version of Ozempic.
Oh, who the fuck cares if he is? What a stupid
But Hassan is almost...
What a dumb argument. Holy crap. I don't know if Trump's on Ozempic. Who cares if he is? He's an old man, bro. His body doesn't bounce back the same.
So, this was a...
We'll watch this tomorrow. That's gaming stuff. Wait, what? God damn it.
But Hassan has almost made me feel sorry for him.
About whether or not Trump is on Ozempic, the new version of Ozempic, which is Reddit.
Y'all remember that one cuck that fucking kept coming up in here and he was like, you know what, that's not a good thing to start this video off with, huh? We can have to watch the beginning part. I remember that one dude that kept coming up in here donating $2 and saying some stupid stuff about Ozempic. Y'all remember that? Man. He got real mad whenever I said he should ask his girlfriend's boyfriend for more money.
But Hassan has almost made me feel sorry for him.
About whether or not Trump is on Ozempic, the new version of Ozempic, which is retatrutide, which is what Clavicular has been using. It's going to be, it's...
If you're getting your life advice from what Clavicular is doing as your, like, North Star of, like, oh, he did it, maybe I'll do it, something is going wrong.
I think it already completed its third phase of the clinical trials, so Eli Lilly is going to be mass distributing it soon, and your boy will be on it. All of the GLP-1 agonists, they melt your fat, they suppress your appetite, they cancel out food noise, and if you've ever been...
I think it just makes you sick to your stomach whenever you get like cravings. Makes it to where you can't really eat. I mean, yeah, big surprise, guys. The best working medication on the market is one where it forces you not to eat. And then people want to tell me that going a few days without eating is bad for me. It's literally what Ozempic does.
Fatty, if you're a former fatty, if you're a current fatty, you know exactly what that is. Food noise is a constant thing. I'm always thinking about food. There's not a single moment of the day where I'm not thinking about food. When I'm eating food, I'm thinking...
Oh, we know. We know that you're trans fat. That's okay. We know you're
about my
trans
next meal.
fat.
And this is something that a lot of people don't realize. Like, this is a very real thing that former fatties know very well and current fatties know very well.
The irony of him saying it, wearing a Democratic Socialist of America, saying, or maybe a tight end. You would be like, so understand that he's built his own prison. Inside his... It's not haunting me.
And it is a weight all.
I almost feel bad for him until he opens his mouth about other stuff. But the sad to say...
I don't feel bad for him. He's been audience captured. I mean, he did it to himself. I mean, let's be honest here. Doesn't really look like there's a whole lot going on there anyway, so. What do we have? Amid falling oil prices. Angel Mom rages at Dems. Not be quiet.
Meanwhile, sanctuary city policies were the focus of a House hearing yesterday.
Yeah. You know what that focus should have been? When is the best time to use the Insurrection Act, mobilize the military and the National Guard to take back sanctuary cities? That's what it should have been about.
And the mother of an 18-year-old Loyola college student who was shot and killed last March by an allegedly illegal immigrant, pleading with lawmakers to come up with solutions. But common ground on the panel was very difficult to find.
Unfortunately,
if you can't come, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. If you think that there is any other side that you should be advocating for other than preventing the loss of life due to illegal immigration, you have completely lost your ability to serve the people, and you should immediately be put in jail. If you fall off on the side that advocates for criminals running amok inside of cities, you need to go to jail. And you need to be charged with whatever other crimes people have been charged with, so that way you can get a full taste of what's going to happen to you. It's ridiculous that we even have judges that think this way. It's disgusting.
This hearing is it's the fourth time in this committee that we've had a hearing on sanctuary cities. The fourth time. And there's many other things that we could be doing other than this.
Donald could make it the last. Donald can do it anytime he wants because Donald's the president, but he's not doing it. Why he isn't doing it is beyond me. But
when you send your kid to college, you should be worried about making sure they go to class.
Yes.
Or hopefully that they have a nice roommate. Or how to help them get a summer internship. Not worried that illegal immigrants are shooting them while they're out with their friends looking at the Northern Lights. So while some of my colleagues may not want to hear the truth, the same outrage you feel about Renee Good and Alex Preddy, you should feel about Sheridan Gorman and Laken Riley and every Angel family in this country.
I do feel that outrage.
You do not. Because if you did, you would not support sanctuary
jurisdiction. Do you feel the outrage about Alex Preddy and Renee Good? You should be ashamed.
You know what? He's right. Sanctuary jurisdiction is what caused the death of Alex Preddy and Renee Good. Because you had a governor and a mayor that were both saying, or were both not acknowledging ICE agents as actual police, because they are. That's what led to their deaths. Is a bunch of people in political power that don't know when enough is enough, and they want Americans to throw their bodies at this cause, so that way it makes Trump look bad. That's the problem with it. That's the problem with sanctuary cities. That's what they cause.
You don't belong in this committee. You should get the hell out of here.
Sheridan Gorman's mother, Jessica, responding with very emotional testimony. Watch here.
Thanks for telling me without telling me that, you know, you're here, but you don't want to be. This is the fourth. This is the fourth.
This is what's going to lead to radicalism and vigilante justice right here. Right here. Is whenever you sit down and then you got these people saying, we've been here 4 times and we haven't been able to solve anything.
Time you had angel families. Thanks for telling me you don't care.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. That's literally what they're saying. They're looking you in the eyes and they're telling you, yeah, we don't really care. It seems like it's your problem, as they go and live in their multi-million-dollar mansion surrounded by brick walls and trying to convince you that America doesn't need borders.
Slogans.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Just can't stand. Explain why people here illegally matter more than your American citizens. Explain why sanctuary policies matter more than my Sheridan's life. I'm just asking you.
And this is going to be what makes everybody completely 180 on the Democratic Party right here. Is this.
To choose us. We choose you. We choose you. Choose us. Why does my child matter less than an illegal immigrant? Why? Every day I wake up with unimaginable pain.
Exactly.
Do you know what I wake up in the middle of the night and I think, did my daughter cry for me? She made it 40 feet. She made it 40 feet running for her life. Did she cry out for me?
She died on that pavement all by herself, lonely, looking bleeding on that pavement. And I will never ever rest.
It's not easier even seeing it the second time. And joining us now is another
It's
angel.
sad that we went from basically like cleaning up all the crime to these sanctuary cities releasing felons. Oh, well, what better way to make the crime go down than to just make everything legal and then just let out all the people that did bad things and drop all the charges? That's totally going to make the numbers of people in prison go down, but it's also going to increase the amount of crime. Stupid ass.
Mom, Tammy Nobles, her daughter Kayla, was killed in 2022. And Tammy, I understand that was an illegal immigrant from El Salvador. He had ties to MS-13. And I'm sorry for your unimaginable loss. Can you give us your take about the feelings on Capitol Hill that seem to want to just move on from these stories?
Well, they want to move on because it's damning to their cause. They don't want to talk
ridiculous.
about it.
I have started this journey in 2022. I have been sharing Kayla's story to prevent this from happening, and it's the Democrats on the panel just say the same thing. I'm sorry for your
W30
loss.
for the clutch, by the way, Fox Crusader, Fox Crusader. Sorry about that.
You know, and we're tired of being. Well,
doing
I'm
good,
sorry
man? Hope
you're
you're doing
tired
all
of
right.
being there. It's going to continue to happen if you guys don't do anything, it will continue to happen, and we will continue having those meetings.
And it's not like this mother's asking for much. She's really not. The bar's on the ground. Put the bad guys in jail or kill them and deport the illegals. She's not asking. It's laws that are already existent. They already exist. They're already a thing, man. Just enforce them. That's it. Just enforce the law.
And we will not be quiet and shut up about our children that were killed by illegal immigrants. We're not going to stop. And you're going to listen to us every single time if you want to or not.
Do you hear from anyone in elected office that has surprised you, that has come forward with either compassion or conviction or a willingness to change their opinion on this?
Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Not from the Democrats
exactly.
at all. Kayla was murdered in Maryland, and Van Hollen's busy chasing an MS-13 gang member to El Salvador and having drinks with him. I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from any Democrat official in Maryland.
I bet.
Not one. About not one at all. Not even Westmore, the governor, who's a hypocrite because he wants to do community safety, but then you're sticking up for illegal immigrants.
How dangerous, in your opinion, obviously in your opinion, it's got to be very dangerous, but the MS-13 issue writ large, especially in Maryland, and we just had Jim Trusty on, he used to prosecute cases against MS-13 in that area. Has it gotten worse? Is it about the same? Do you know?
Well, under the current administration, Donald Trump and officials are trying to improve and get rid of these. ICE, is trying to get rid of these illegal immigrants. They're trying, and
the issue is that even if ICE rounds them up, Congress is being a little bitch and won't actually let them be deported. It's kind of sad, honestly. It really is. Like, Trump's doing okay with the deportations, but man, he should just be doing it. Just do it.
Still a problem in Maryland. We have the Democrat officials that are fighting for these individuals, and they need to be all deported and taken out.
And it's Trump's fault. It is. If they are literally, like, California's a prime example. In California, they made it illegal for the federal government to do investigations on the recent election they had. Also in California, they passed the Stop Nick Shirley Act, which violates freedom of the press. Use the Insurrection Act. Completely flood that state and turn it American again. This is ridiculous. You should be doing that with all the sanctuary cities, too.
You do not know who's an MS-13 gang member and who's not. Because you would have never thought Walter was her murderer.
I get that Trump's deportation numbers are a lot, but you have to keep in mind that a lot of that is like prevented it's prevented illegal immigration, if that makes any sense. So like the numbers of deportations are usually lumped in with the amount of people that don't get across the border, right? If that makes any sense. Now, I don't doubt that he's been getting a lot of them, but actually sending them out has been the problem the entire time. That's been the problem for a minute now. I'm kind of surprised more people aren't talking about that, because it's not necessarily ICE rounding them up. It's them actually getting sent out of the country where a lot of problems are happening.
He can act like a child and be in the community and act civil, but the next minute you turn your head, that's when his true colors come out.
Right.
So they can live in a community and be very, and hide.
In and amongst all the citizens. Like your daughter, Kayla, what a beautiful girl she was, and you were an amazing tribute to her. Thank you for coming on our show and keeping her story out there so that we can all keep it front of mind, especially as we think about policies going.
I mean, who has the most deportations to date? Let me see. I would assume it has to be Trump, right? Which president has had the most deportations on record so far?
This earned him the label deporter-in-chief from some immigrant groups.
How many illegals has Trump actually gotten out of America?
The Trump administration reported over 3 million unauthorized immigrants left the U.S., including about 675,000 formal deportations and 2.2 million self-deportations. For independent researchers estimate actual formal deportations were between 290,000 and 540,000, challenging the self-deportation figures.
So, like, it's kind of up in the air. So-called experts are saying that it's 290 to 540,000, and the Trump administration is lumping in formal deportations and roughly 2.2 self-deportations. So, like, they're saying that it's 3 million, but until the end of Trump's term, we really won't know. So all we can really do right now is wait, but I'm hoping that he gets more than Obama, but we'll see. We'll see.
Thank you.
Because Obama had 8 years and Trump is on his last few years, so.
Thank you.
Take care.
We'll see.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on.
We shall see.
We're back in front of our live studio audience to help celebrate America's 250th birthday. A record number of Americans are expected to hit the road this holiday weekend, just as California drivers are paying more at the pump.
All right, the state's gas tax is up 2.2% a gallon, adding to the highest gas tax in the country. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum has some advice for you. So if anybody's driving for the 4th of July holiday, here's a tip. If you want to save over 50 cents on a gallon of gas, fill up in a red state. The average price in red states is 53 cents lower than it is in blue states. The blue states, and I say blue states, those are states controlled by state legislatures that have adopted policies of less energy subtraction as opposed to energy addition. President Trump.
But remember, guys, the Democrats, they like all the Democratic states, they put out most of the money. They're the ones that are putting out more money into the economy.
His energy policy, laying the foundation for peace in the Middle East.
Yeah. And let's bring in Charles Payne. He's the host of Making Money. And Charles, the president has said his goal is $2.50. America $2.50. His goal for gas is $2.50.
We could get close to that before the end of the year. I mean, look how quickly crude has come down. At one point, we spiked to 121. We came down very quickly. It was always, even with the worst headlines, right around early March.
The worst headlines weren't even the worst. They compels in comparison to Trump's inflated gas, Bush's inflated gas prices. If Bush did what Trump is doing right now, back in the day, it was at like $7 a gallon. Like adjusted for inflation, it'd be $7 a gallon of gas. in America today if you adjust for inflation with how expensive Bush's prices were.
Late April.
I always thought that this was bullshit. Like, I never once for a second believed that, oh, well, Trump's gas prices, and I'm like, Bush had insane gas prices for the time. What are you talking about?
Just something late March, early April, something turned. And, the market's been convinced that the conflict would be short-lived. And, we're coming down quickly. We're already at 70. I think we'll be at 62, 60 by the end of the year on crude. And that's going to translate into much cheaper gasoline.
We got 45 ships through the Strait yesterday. So the gases and oil are going in the right direction, even though you can't trust Iran. And we might end up in a conflict. But the big picture you say is look at the market. There's something going on here.
Well, it's 250
We already
years.
are in a conflict. Trump just doesn't want to do anything about it.
We just closed out the second quarter. The NASDAQ was up 21%. The S&P was up 16%. You talk about American exceptionalism on display. This is amazing, absolutely amazing, the amount of money that's being made right now. The companies that have been resurrected. Think about Micron, a company born in 1979 in Idaho. Someone in Idaho said, I want to do a semiconductor company. They barely survived. Have a robot within the next 5.
I don't know. I don't know where the hell this is going. You lost me, man. I'm out. Danny, eye popping, dead wrong. Oh, that's right. They kept the birthright citizenship nonsense. What an idiot.
And Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen to weigh in on this. Good morning to you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you for being here. The president, he won some of the victories with the Supreme Court, right. Others not so much. This was one that he had the executive order he didn't want. If you're born here and your parents are illegal, he didn't want you to be a citizen. But the Supreme
You shouldn't be a citizen. You shouldn't. That's not how it should work. That amendment was made for slaves. It wasn't made for, like, whenever it was made like, what, to almost 200 and it must have been made around the abolishing of slavery, I would assume, right? Like, there's no reason for this. There's literally no fucking reason for this. But somehow we've managed to mental gymnastic our way into thinking that because you've got two illegal parents that come and have a child on American soil, that automatically gives that child birthright citizenship, which is ridiculous. Like, just imagine if you had two IRGC members come to America, have a child, and then they go and bring that child back to Iran and raise it in the IRGC to be a terrorist. Like, that
court
like,
upheld
it's so
that.
crap.
Well,
It's crap.
I think the president was spot on this, and the court is absolutely dead wrong on this situation. If you look at the reason for the 14th Amendment, again, this is way outside what has happened, especially with China and their tourist visas that they get to come into the United States or into our territories just simply to give birth. They'll come in the 8th month, maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks left, give birth here, have a child, then they move back to China, raise a person underneath the communist regime, even though they're a citizen of the United States, and they come back over here. And in some cases, we see that they go to their universities, they're stealing intellectual property, and it's absolutely been a national security issue. This is truly a national security risk that we're having. But were we looking at it? We had a long conversation with the
Well, that's the reason why it failed right there, is because you tried to bring this up in front of a bunch of people that are literally anti-American, pro-communist. That's the reason why. They wanted to fund the Department of Homeland Security. You're not going to get out to these people.
White House yesterday, long conversation with the president, Tom Homan, Stephen Miller, all of us together are working and saying, okay, how can we protect America and still at the same time, unfortunately, figure out how to work with the court in this situation.
And one thing you're doing is looking at the territories where China especially is abusing, in Guam or other places, and saying, okay, you're 8.5 months pregnant. Maybe you shouldn't get on that plane.
Well, because where they go to and they show up late, it can cause a health issue for the mother.
Yeah, we're concerned about the mother.
And especially traveling that late. For instance, my son is about ready, my son and daughter-in-law, they're about ready to have our first grandchild. And they're traveling here for the 4th of July, but the doctor said this is the last time they're traveling because she's due the 1st of August. And so their doctor is already saying, hey, this shouldn't be a travel except in a case of emergency. Well, you're not going on vacation, an emergency, and late-term pregnancy. And so those are some issues that we can look at, because at the end of the day, it is national security.
Yes.
Listen, all these men and women that's sitting out here, which, by the way, the first time to be on your set and sit here with these guys, true heroes, they fought for our rights. I mean, this is 1%.
I see a lot of veterans out here in this crowd. I see a couple World War II veterans,
the
too.
population that fought for all of our rights before they
hats.
even knew us, right? They sacrificed everything.
Sure.
And what we have to do as a duty right now with President Trump is protect that, to protect the land that they fought for. And part of this is a national security risk, and no one can say it's not.
So, Mr. Secretary, we've talked on this program about the American children that are dying because people that shouldn't have been in the country, they got in. And they killed our treasure here. The mother of Sheridan Gordon was on Capitol Hill yesterday. It was an emotional moment. This is what she had to say during her testimony.
This story, it's not about him. This story is about my Sheridan. It's about how failed border policies, sanctuary city laws, and twisted leaders refused to cooperate with ICE. They sent her to her grave. We choose you. We choose you. Choose us. Why does my child matter less than an illegal immigrant? Why?
Exactly. That's the saddest part about it, is like a lot of them have been mass importing their own like replacement immigration. So like the sooner that they can silence people like this mother, the sooner they can get back to trying to push their narrative. And they don't care. They don't care about the actual citizens. They want to figure out how they can mass import more.
I don't understand why it's only the Republican side that cares about our American children.
But they behaved like clowns yesterday.
Right.
They don't even enforce laws in their own state. Like, how could you possibly expect them to pass legislation that's beneficial to Americans? Like, if you try to abolish the police, like, you shouldn't be running a state. You shouldn't.
It's shameful because every single death that is at the hand of an illegal is 100% preventable.
It is.
Because a person should never been in this country to begin with. Because of the failed policy of the Biden administration that let millions of individuals come in unvetted, unchecked. We're chasing down trafficked little girls of the tune of 450,000 children that were lost during the Biden administration. We have deaths that are happening at an unprecedented pace by the hands of illegals. 50% of every death that has happened in Fairfax County, Virginia, is out of the hands of an illegal. 50%. Wow. 41 individuals have been killed in Tennessee in the last 12 months from illegals that should have never been in this country. The statistics are off the chart, and every single day.
So if you have let's say you have a city like New York, right? And you import immigrants, or you allow illegals to go into your state, and you're at 80%. Well, now you're at like, what is it, like 100 and you import 50%, that'd be like 100 and it's basic math. 890 to 100, so it'd be like what, 130%? Like, that's ridiculous. That's fucking crazy.
DHS, through ICE, and all the other components we have are fighting to get these criminals off our streets. The worst, 70%, this is a statistic that people need to understand, 70% of every single person that ICE arrests on a daily basis either have already been convicted of a felon or they are being charged with a felony.
This is such an easy thing to prevent, too. Just do background checks. It's such an easy thing to prevent. Like, this doesn't need to happen. Just make sure the people that are coming in are vetted, man. That's it. Make sure they don't have a criminal background.
70%.
That's important.
It's very important because these are thugs. These are criminals that are walking our streets.
Like some of them are part of actual gangs in their countries.
We're having to fight sanctuary cities. Unfortunately, where we're sitting today, the leadership in New York City right now is horrific. Let me tell you, the police officers and NYPD, they are the best of the best. Literally, we love working with them, and yet their leadership is handcuffed and say, no, you can't work with them. You can't work to get the criminals off our streets. It's shameful.
Or out of your prisons. You have a message, too. So we're coming up on year 250. You have an interesting background, American Indian background as well.
Right.
So when you look back at America 250, we're just wondering if you would take a moment as we get closer and closer to July 4th. What does it mean to you?
Well, look, I'm a little country boy from Westville, Oklahoma. This can only happen in America, right? I still own the land, the Indian allotment land that my family walked to in the late 1830s as Cherokees. Wow. No one of my family's ever been involved in politics. I had to drop out of college because my dad needed help in a plumbing company, and in some way, through God's grace and the fact that I'm truly an American that lives in the greatest nation in the world. Remember, people are flooding to our borders and trying to get into our country. We're not going the other direction.
That's right.
And yet I'm sitting here as Secretary of Homeland.
Being told by Democrats that America sucks and that it's an awful place to live in, while literally every single country around the world is trying to besiege our borders and get in for a free ride.
Protect our homeland. I think it's the greatest mission in the world. I haven't quit smiling. It's 100 days since I've been appointed. Right. And I have the greatest mission, and I do truly believe in the president's cabinet to be able to protect my yard, your yard. I even try to protect New York. I know they don't like me, but the fact is, it's part of our homeland.
Please don't stop. Please don't stop. We need you.
If you can't get rid of birthright citizenship, then you need to make it to where they can't vote if they're not a citizen. And you have to implement some form of like voter ID. That's what's going to have to happen here.
Asked if you would be on his cabinet, and you said, "I can't wait to call my dad," or something like that. I was like, "That's so cute."
Well, my wife.
Yeah. Your wife
I want to make
first.
sure I say
That's right. That's right.
29 years of marriage.
Billy has a question for you, Mr. Secretary.
Good morning. How are you, Secretary?
Hey, brother. How you doing?
All right.
You must be a fireman.
Yes, I am. You spoke about the youth, but how are you?
Let's see, what else do we have? Actually, let me grab a soda right quick. Let me grab a soda. Be right back. Okay, we bake. We bake. Oh, what the hell else we got? Oh, wait, I was going to look at this.
If you're at all
Oh, that's
like
39
me,
minutes. We're not going to look at that, actually.
We're looking at that. We need to address the issue as quickly and as efficiently as we can. Some are implying that or suggesting that it may require a constitutional amendment, and as you know, that is a large undertaking. But clearly, birthright citizenship has been abused.
Obviously.
Borders are Tom Homan joins me now. Tom, it's good to have you on the program. You know, you heard the speaker there talking about whether or not it would require a constitutional amendment or whether or not it could be passed simply by an act of Congress. Whatever it may be, it would seem today that what this ruling does in effect is put a lot of pressure on you. More on enforcement, more on deportations, more on ensuring that we live up to our existing laws.
You're exactly right. I mean, the first thing I saw the decision, which I don't agree with, is okay, now we step up enforcement. We step up more enforcement, even though we're doing record amounts of enforcement now, we need to do more. And not only that, we need to, really buckle down on birth tourism. We have many investigations on birth tourism, but we need to quadruple down on that. And look, I agree with Judge Alito. First of all, I've been doing this since 1984. That's when I started in Border Patrol. This birthright citizenship is always.
So he's like the master of this is like the one true master of border control. He's like that guy. They're like, you know, like they're talking about like closing up borders and like deporting people. And did you see Tom Homan in the backdrop, like beaming the sunlight, turning all the lights on in like the White House, saying, "I am your master."
Been a major driver.
He's that guy. He's
for
that
illegal
guy.
immigration. During the Biden administration, the Yuma Hospital, the El Paso Hospital, 100% maternity beds were illegal aliens. That's not a coincidence. That's not by accident. But it's always been a drive for illegal immigration. But more importantly, it's a national security issue because the birth tours investigation I'm aware of, you got nationals from China and Russia coming here by the thousands, having a baby and leaving. Now, so we have U.S. citizens by the thousands and just continued by the millions living in countries that I think are adversaries to us that can come here and have an impact on how this country is run. So it's a national security issue, a huge proportion that we need to address. And I hope Congress does it.
You know, at the broadest and most shallow level, you know, I bring up the World Cup.
The issue is that the level of enforcement that it's going to take for them to, number one, if like, let's start at the fundamental, like basic level. If you're doing a census, you got to make sure that everybody that you take a census from is a birth citizen and is also, you know, legal, I guess you could say. You know what? You know, like not like they've just like, you know, you need you should be required to give your ID and your birth certificate in order to validate your place of living and your actual like citizenship, right? And then from that, you get entered in and they do the census, right? And then there's another level where they make it to where you can't vote without voter ID and you have to take a little test, right? A little citizenship test. And then if you fail it, you get to hear the grinder kick in and shred your paper, and then you get a "I attempted to vote" sticker. And then after that level, you know, once you fixed all of that, then you will finally be able to get into the birthright citizenship category. You can fundamentally change that because, I mean, let's be honest here. If they did just those two things right there, the entire outcome of a lot of these elections would most likely be Republican now. Like, let's be completely honest with ourselves. We all know why the Democrats keep maintaining certain areas. It's no joke anymore. I mean, when you're handing out fistfuls of fucking cigarettes to bribe homeless people to come and sign registration forms, I mean, come on. What are we doing? They're just doing it in front of us now. They just kind of like pointing and laughing at us because we're just so stupid to see it.
Tom, but the point really is, do you have a citizenry that is loyal to the country, that actually values and prioritizes the United States of America? And I would argue you have to have a citizenry that believes that. But on the national security issue, let's just play that out, Tom, right? You've got these Chinese birth tourism centers. A kid could be born here, taken back to China, raised under the Chinese Communist Party with that education system, and then have American citizenship to come back with those beliefs and run for the highest offices in the land and have power here in America. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. I think it's one of the biggest national security issues we're facing right now. Under Biden administration, the open border was a huge national security issue, but this year is equally important. That's why I was very disappointed in today's decision. And that's why I agree with President Trump. Congress needs to get on this right away. And you're right, as far as the love of country, I mean, all these illegal aliens coming here and having birth, you know, do they love this country? Well, the first thing they did is violate the laws and enter illegally. Birth tourism, they lie.
Exactly, like they don't respect this country. They don't care about this country. They're here to have a terrorist baby and then go back to
They come here and have a baby. They didn't come here for business. And finally, how about the millions of people standing in line, Will, taking their tests, doing their background investigations, paying those fees that want to be a part of the greatest nation on earth for the right reasons? They're not going to love the country the way the people, the millions.
Well, yeah, they're turning the country into where they came from, so they're not going to want to come here. Yeah, no, I mean, like, there's nothing good about this forced replacement immigration. Like, it's bad.
In line, they're going to love this country because they're doing everything they can to be a part of this greatest nation on earth without breaking our laws, respecting the laws of this nation.
Tom, today, Angel families once again testified in front of a committee of Congress. It was Jessica Gorman, the mother of Sheridan Gorman, who gave testimony today. And here's a little.
It's crazy to me whenever I hear these politicians cry about a lady that had her kids taken away, who was shot and killed for running over a federal agent. and another one that was committing violence and breaking the law with a gun, which, by the way, makes it a felony. I love hearing about the single people that nobody really gave a shit about and were obviously just bad actors to begin with, like Alex Peretti, them trying to claim that he was, an EMT or whatever, yet he had ended up getting fired or quit like months prior, and even his own parents said that he had gotten involved with the wrong crowd. Yet, you have the opposing side of this where you have fucking parents crying that they lost their children to these violent individuals that came into the country unvested. Like, I'm sorry, but if you fall off on the side where you're sitting there doing like this moral grandstanding while children are being systematically killed in your own country, you probably should just be in jail with the violent criminals that you keep letting out.
What she had to say to those lawmakers.
Why did protecting our American citizens stop being your first priority? I want an explanation, I need one, and I deserve one. This is the fourth time you had angel families. Thanks for telling me you don't care. This cannot be buried under your slogans, your statistics, or excuses, and this just can't stand. That little girl on the buddy bench, that innocent college freshman with a heart full of compassion and a head full of dreams that was gunned down by an illegal immigrant, I want you to imagine that was your daughter, not mine. What if she was yours? Would you even hesitate for 1 second to act, to make changes?
They wouldn't, because they just don't want to be called racist. They would just let it happen. It'd be just like the UK. It'd be just like the UK all over again. Like, that's basically what it is.
It was intense testimony, Tom, and we're still monitoring it because it's ongoing. But I would love to know the response of those Democratic politicians she's addressing there in that meeting.
They have no real response. Look, I've met hundreds of angel moms and dads, and I remember every one of those stories, tragic stories. Their children should be alive today. My worst nightmare is to bury a child, bury my children. And look, the bottom line is, here's the answer. They won't tell you, they won't give this answer, but here's the truth.
They don't care.
Because open borders, illegal immigration is about their future political power. Because they think when the Democratic administration gets back in power, they're going to award amnesty.
What I really don't understand, this is the one thing that I don't understand. How is it that they're going to stay in power when the federal government cuts off the funding because there is no more funding? Did they not think of that? Like, is that not something that they thought of? Or is that the plan, is to bankrupt it so that way people rise up and overthrow the government? Because that's the only other thing that I can think of, is like there'd be a lot of older people that are really pissed off that they no longer have Social Security, right? Because a lot of people in America, they only like go until they're 65, then they retire. As long as they've got a nice setup going, you know? But like, if you're mass importing people that are drawing from that Social Security system to the point where it empties, there's going to be like one of two outcomes from this. Either the government's finally going to crack down on this and we're never going to get Social Security, or people are going to fucking like literally do anarchy and try to burn down the Capitol. Like, there's only going to be two outcomes to this, and neither one of them look good. So they need to get their ass in gear.
To millions of people who they think is going to be future Democratic voters. And remember, during the Biden administration, we had record amount of illegal immigration on the border. They also overturned the Trump census rule, where illegal aliens, millions of them in sanctuary cities, will be counted in the next census, which equals what? More seats in the House for the Dems. They sold this country's safety and national security out for future political power. Because I can't think of another reason you would open that border up, let millions of people in this country illegally, and not want ICE to enforce immigration law. Even today, they're talking about abolishing ICE, not funding ICE and CBP. They sold this country out. They sold these American parents out for future political power. There is no other excuse.
Yeah. So that's exactly what it is, too. I don't think Tom Homan is wrong. I think he's just saying what everybody knows. And that's the sad part about it, is that they don't care about Americans. They're doing whatever they can to grandstand and allow these people to continue flooding the country. Like,
you hear the pain in Jessica Gorman's voice today, Tom, and I know you said you've heard from...
Like, think about how many people with cerebral palsy or like scoliosis that have crippling diseases that the parents are going to have to pay for out of pocket once the funding is drained. Think about that.
Hundreds of these angel families is incredibly, incredibly sad. Tom Homan, thank you for being with us here today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Will.
All right.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on
What was a major mistake?
After what was a blockbuster day at the Supreme Court, and as Iran negotiations continue in Doha, who's better to check in with for a little bit of analysis and insights than Vice President J.D. Vance?
J.D. Vance.
Mr. President, it's great to see you, the author of the new bestseller,
Oh, my God, dude. You know why these guys have so much damn money? Because y'all keep buying these dumbass books and y'all don't read them. Stop buying these books.
Union. Finding my book in just a moment.
Bro.
But I was anxious to talk to you. A lot of people very concerned that this will throw open the door to hundreds of thousands of more individuals who are exploiting our system here. What is the administration prepared to do to protect the country, and what can it do after this ruling?
Well, one of the things we're going to have to do is...
You know what Trump should do? Every time they don't give him what he wants, he should, like, weaponize a system that they've been using to fight back ICE. Like he should talk to the FBI or the CIA and ask them to crack open a site where they're putting, like, ICE sightings in, right? And then they just weaponize the FBI to go and pick these people up that are on the site that are, like, constantly tracking ICE and just put them in a federal prison. Just give them like 10 years. And then whenever they're like, but you did this, and Trump can just be like, yeah, but you did this, so I did this. And he should do this every single time they don't pass one of his bills. Just every time they don't, just go and round up as many of them as you can and charge them with felonies so they can't vote and put them in prison. That's what you do every time.
Just continue to enforce.
Oh, what? You didn't pass my bill for birthright citizenship? Well, I'm going to use the Insurrection Act on California now. Have a good day. That's what he should do. Straight up. Every time they do this, oh, I guess I'm using the Insurrection Act on New York City now. Have a good day.
The border, Laura. This is a very disappointing ruling.
See how fast things don't change.
We respect it, but we also think that it was a major, major mistake, as Justices Alito and Thomas pointed out. You know, one of the things that might invite, Laura, is people to come here quite literally on a vacation, give birth, and then all of a sudden the child and their family have the full benefits of American citizenship. It's just a preposterous ruling, and the absurdity of that outcome suggests why the Supreme Court should have went the other way. Now, I know a lot of conservatives, Laura, certainly the people that I'm talking to, that you're talking to, are
we don't hear the end of it from the loony left anyway, so what does it matter? They're going to cry about everything. Bro stubbed his toe and stepped on a Lego brick. We going to hear about it as to the reason why you got to let a violent, psychopathic freaking killer out onto the streets with gang tattoos. I don't care what they have to say. I have fine-tuned the option of tuning out. That's right. I am able to tune the noise out. It's quite a masterful skill.
Disappointed in this. I do actually think there's a really big silver lining here, and that's the simple fact that a lot of legal experts expected this case to go the wrong direction by 7-2 or even 8-1. The fact that this case was a 5-4 decision effectively means that the concept of birthright citizenship, which is an absurdity to the 14th Amendment, that concept is hanging by a thread. And so what I take from that is,
yeah,
yes,
by one boat. By one boat, bro. One freaking boat.
We've got to fix the immigration system even more. We have to be
That's exactly what I said, too.
if they don't want to end birthright citizenship, then you need to start using more. You need to start using more radical decisions on how to get them out of the country and prevent them from being able to vote. If you can make it to where importing them is basically useless, they'll stop doing it. You need to attack the voter registration systems that these states have. You need to attack the no voter ID stuff. You need to do that. That's the only way. You have to make it effectively useless for them to mass import.
More aware of who's coming into our country to make sure that they're not benefiting from this atrocious Supreme Court ruling. But it also means that we have to keep fighting, Laura, because we actually have an opportunity to reverse this decision, just as we've reversed so many bad decisions throughout the generations.
Roger Severino, Mr. Vice President, argues that the president could change that original EO executive order and put restrictions on U.S. territories like the Northern Marianas Islands. They're very close to China, where there's a lot of birthright abuse going on, because the same protections perhaps don't apply to these territorial areas. What do you think about that idea?
So I think it's a great idea. I saw that point from Roger Severino. We're certainly looking at that. We also have to look, Laura, at some congressional and statutory changes that we could make to make it harder for people to actually take advantage of. I hate to call it birthright citizenship. It's fundamentally a loophole that now exists in our immigration system that rewards illegal.
That's exactly what it is, too, and he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. This system is being abused like crazy.
Aliens just because they have a baby in the United States while they're in our country.
They don't
illegally.
even have to abolish this. They could just make it to where it's specifically for slavery, which is what it was originally made for. If they had just put one extra word in there, it would have changed the entire narrative of that amendment. That's the thing. If they had just stated it specifically what it was for, they would have completely ousted this loophole that they've been using to get into the country. It's all like this problem is so simplistic, but instead of just solving the problem, we are effectively going to lead an entire country into anarchy and death. Because nobody wants to reinterpret what it's for, when it was made, and why it was made. Because of two words. Freed slaves. That's it. Just two words. Two words. And we're allowing ourselves to be colonized like the Native Americans were.
I think that loophole is going to cause a lot of problems. There are a number of things that we're already looking at in the administration, Laura, to try to close down that loophole. But fundamentally, what we're talking about is fixing a problem the Supreme Court created. We also want to look over the long term at undoing that problem to begin with, because, again, this was only a 5-4 decision, Laura. How many times did we hear people say that this was going to go 8-1 against the administration? We made some very compelling arguments. We have the better of the case. We've just got to keep fighting at this, and this drives home, Laura, why the midterms are so important, because it's the senators who ultimately vote on those Supreme Court justices. Imagine if one of the 5 justices who made a bad call today, if they left the Supreme Court. We want to make sure we get somebody good on there in the future.
Yeah, well, you hail from the Senate, and so many of the Angle viewers want to understand what it is about these, 3 or 4 senators, sitting senators who are Republicans. What is it about the Save America Act that they disagree with so vehemently?
Anything that actually helps out Americans, they'll disagree with. That's the truth.
They will not.
That's why, look, the reason why the Democrats aren't really trying to show face next to somebody like Hassan is because they kind of oust what they really want. They may very much, like the Democrats may love Hassan, but they have to keep their distance from Hassan, because if you listen to what Hassan says, it's kind of like what the Democrats are trying to do. I mean, if you really think about it.
Not move forward on legislation that its major provisions about 80% of the country favor, Mr. Vice President.
I can already hear, well, where are the examples? He claims to be anti-American, pro-communist. In fact, he's in the past year, he's went over to communist Cuba, partied and until the lights burnt out, until the power went out, leaving people in hospitals with no way to get actual treatment. He's said spill their red capitalist blood. I mean, I'd assume that you would know who that's towards. Like, he's quote unquote pro piracy and pro theft from stores. I mean, come on. What do you think Mamdami's doing in New York? He's defunding the police. What do you think's happening in California? They're defunding the police. Why are they defunding the police? Well, so that way people don't go to jail. Well, they don't go to jail when you steal from a store. What happens to the store? Store closes down. It's interesting how this entire effect goes full circle. It really is.
And is there anything you all can do to try to bridge that gap, given how important that legislation is to protecting our elections and ultimately our citizenship?
You know, Laura, first of all, that legislation is so important. The president has been laser focused on getting the Save America Act passed. And you're right, we actually have the majority of Senate Republicans who will support it. I actually don't think the problem that they have is with the Save America Act legislation itself. The problem that they have, with all due respect, is that they're worshiping dying institutional norms when the Democrats are, in fact, bragging that as soon as they get control, they're going to throw that stuff aside and make it so much harder for Republicans to even win elections. So what some of these Republicans are saying is they don't want to give up on the norm of the filibuster, this sacred Senate institutional norm that a few senators are obsessed with, including, of course, Mitch McConnell. The problem, Laura, is that Democrats themselves are saying the minute that they get power, the filibuster is going out the door. So
I think they should get rid of the filibuster. They should. I'm sorry, I don't want the filibuster. The filibuster is a waste of time. I want you to be forced as a senator to answer questions. And if you don't, you immediately get a 24-hour like time in jail until you answer the question. Like, anytime you've got somebody on the Senate floor that won't answer a fucking question and they try to filibuster the time, they should just pause the time and give them a warning. And if they don't answer the question, they get 24 hours in jail. And then they come back and they rinse and repeat this until they finally spit the damn question out. That's what needs to happen. You could even give them like a dunce cap because they're too stupid to answer a question. You know, like, it's ridiculous. I don't want the filibuster should have been long gone. Filibusters are the reason why we can't have any meaningful conversations in the fucking government. It's ridiculous.
Laterally submitting and surrendering as Republicans when Democrats are openly bragging that they're going to get rid of the filibuster. It's just handing your enemy a weapon that they're going to use to strike you down. It's absurd. It doesn't make any sense. But that's why we frankly have to get better senators in there in the future.
Yeah, you've been following what's going on with the Democrat Party and the rise of socialism. The president calls it communism and says this is really the biggest threat to the country.
When the president's right. Whether you like him or not, the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, is correct.
Now, an internal threat. And you've seen what happens when the base of the party, a party, turns on its establishment, beginning with the Tea Party in 2009, ultimately resulting in President Trump's election twice. So my question to you is, are these DSA types really, in your estimation, going to dominate the entire party?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And the reason for that is because they'll be purity tested. And any Democrat that's like Fetterman will immediately be ousted and ostracized off of any political running. They'll end up either having to run as Republicans or as socialist Democrats. That's exactly what's going to happen. The Democratic Party has been completely infected. Like, it's pretty much over for the Democratic Party. Because they can't come to terms with one thing. They have to sit here and be purity tested until they get kicked out. Like some kind of freaking fan club or something.
The Democrats are headed, and it is communism, Laura. This is not, this is not raising taxes a little bit.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, J.D. Vance, for doubling down on that as well. That's exactly what the fuck it is. That's the reason why I brought up Hassan. That's exactly what it is, and it's disguised as socialism.
That however much we might disagree with that, this is abolishing the police. This is let criminals run amok in your cities. This is flood your country with low-wage third world immigrants. And importantly, it's confiscating wealth, not because we want to make anybody's life better, but purely out of resentment, out of an attack on the people who have that wealth to begin with. It really is something we haven't seen in the United States of America in the history of our politics. And Laura, I think
you know why? Because we don't have any protections. Communism should be illegal in America, period. But it's not. It isn't in a place like China. Can't talk about like actual like freedom and stuff like that. They get your ass, send you to one of those rehabilitation camps.
Actually is a consequence.
Turn you into a non-dumb boy.
The fact that the Democrat Party has become run by the universities and by the professors. This is not working class union Democrats. This is not socially conservative people who just want a fair shake at life. This is fundamentally a view that the United States is an evil country that must be dismantled from the ground and then built back up. That's communism at its core. And you see more and more momentum in that direction from the Democrat Party. Frankly, Laura, I would love it.
And it's going to change. It will change as soon as they take hold of the entire Democratic Party. They're going to be stating more and more of their intentions. And you know why? You know why that is because they won at that point. And they know it. The thing is if you have people right now saying that this is a communist party, and you have all these sheeple that aren't listening, and eventually they take over the Democratic Party, what party do you think they're going to go to next? You think they're just going to stop with the Democratic Party? No. Of course not. Just like sheeple, though, they're going to show up and vote for whoever.
If Democrats were willing, not that they are going to agree with Republicans all the time, but if they were willing to work with us on lowering housing prices, on lowering gas prices, on actually making the lives of American citizens better, we could have some real bipartisan compromise. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about abolishing the police and letting criminals rule our cities. Exactly. That is a fundamental...
You shouldn't even be able to run for any form of office if that's your goal, period. That is not America. That is some foreign third world country where anarchy rules. I don't want to live in that kind of country.
Transformation in the Democrat Party. It's very bad for our country. It's bad for Democrats. And it just drives home why we have to keep these people from getting close to power.
Yeah. Yes or no? Do you think Schumer and Jeffries ultimately survive this surge from the radicals?
Depends on how long you're talking about. I think they'll survive for a couple of years, Laura, but in 5 years, people are going to look back at Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, as shocking as this may sound, and they're going to say they were the reasonable moderates of the time. Yep. And
he's absolutely fucking right, dude. He's absolutely 1,000% right.
Say types, the far left, the communists have taken over that party. We know that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, their policies are pretty far out there. Compared to what's coming online in the modern Democratic Party, it's just going to get weirder and weirder and scarier and scarier.
Oh, yeah, no, That's they're pushing forward some Democrat that has like a Nazi tattoo on his chest. And it is like ties to like talking to children, and then like is also supposedly like a white supremacist. No, these guys never cared about the Epstein files. They never cared, man. They were just using that shit as a political weapon. They never cared about the victims. They never cared about any of it.
Unfortunately, the only sane party left is the Republican Party. Not saying Republicans are right about every issue, and I know that you and your viewers sometimes disagree with Republican congressmen. I certainly do, but we're the only party for common sense and sanity left in the United States of America in 2026.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube. Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller. So, Stephen, how'd you feel when you saw the decision come down?
Well, I had two feelings. First, the fact that it was 5-4, so agonizingly close, just underscored that the legal community on the right and left has been so wrong for so many years, saying this was going to be a 9-0 ruling against President Trump.
I think what was going to happen is that they are going to need another person in power like Trump. And if we get somebody like J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio, no, Marco was born here, wasn't he? Yeah, I think Marco was born here. He should be able to. Was Marco Rubio born in America? Yeah, he was. Into office that doesn't have the baggage that Trump has, and they'll for sure be able to pass that. That Trump derangement syndrome, man, is something else. Especially if Marco Rubio becomes president, they're going to pass that shit no problem. Guaranteed.
The heartbreaking part of this,
they won't be able to call that president. They won't be able to call Marco Rubio racist.
Thinking about what it means for America over the long term. Well, the short term and the long term. Look, President Trump won some massive, unprecedented victories with the Supreme Court.
Do you think that their brains would liquefy if they had like a Hispanic man run for presidency as a Republican and win? Do you think it would like liquefy their brains? I feel like it would just like drip out of their nose at that point.
Like the Haitian TPS ruling, the asylum ruling, the slaughter ruling, giving him unfettered authority to terminate federal bureaucrats. But this
like not like a full-fledged like Hispanic person, right? Like somebody whose parents came here legally and then they like were born in America legally and it's entirely legal, right? Like that kind of Hispanic or Mexican, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. A deep knife wound in the heart of the American Republic. Look, Jesse, I can step tomorrow onto the deck of a 747. It does not mean that I am the pilot of that plane and I'm qualified to fly it. Just physically being on U.S. soil does not make you a citizen or qualified to carry on or capable of executing the inheritance of this country. We have people from all over the world, from third world nations that on their own would have never invented.
Democrats can kiss my ass if they think that I'm about to shun the American flag. Brother, we about to show you why we plug the flag on anything we conquer. You understand me? That flag is a symbol of your history. Don't ever forsake the American flag. There are too many Americans that died holding that flag on the battlefield and fighting for those colors. You don't ever alienate those colors. You don't ever alienate that flag.
The wheel, let alone modern technology, let alone medicine, let alone air travel. And they can just come into the country, have a baby at a hospital, paid for by you and me, and then that baby's automatically a citizen. That baby can sit on a jury when he turns 18 and sit in judgment of you, and sit in judgment of me, and sit in judgment of our loved ones, can decide who our mayors are, our governors are, our presidents are. Citizenship means nothing if it is open to everyone.
Yep.
The idea that you can have a cruise ship filled with foreigners.
The idea that because I'm a citizen, I don't get any benefits like the illegals or the immigrants that are being bussed in get. It's actually the opposite. Somehow we've managed to make this into the negative. Somehow it's worse being a citizen. It's more detrimental being a citizen in America than it is being an illegal or an immigrant.
And they just dock at a port for an hour, and someone has a baby, Jesse. The baby's an American citizen. They can vote in every election for the rest of their lives. They can be living in a foreign country and cashing welfare checks from American citizens. Look, I know that some of the justices who worked on this,
that's crazy.
They think that they're so intelligent. There is no possible reading of the 14th Amendment that applies to foreigners with foreign loyalties, foreign citizenship, foreign obligations, foreign everything.
It does whenever your narrative is replacement immigration.
And here's another point. Here's a pretty good clue your constitutional interpretation is wrong. If your ruling requires you to suicide your civilization, your reading of the Constitution is wrong. President Grant...
Even if you have something that's in the Constitution that permits this, remove it. Plain and simple, just remove it. That's how you fix it. It's called the amendment for a reason. It's meant to be amended. It's meant to be fixed. When was the last time we even added or took away from the amendment? You can easily change that. But instead, we've got a bunch of fucking... look at all these boomers. Man, most of these people going to be dead in like 4 years. Look at how old these mugs are. Do you really expect to go to this court right here and expect them to even know how online ID works, how the internet works, how their fucking phone works? Like, I'm sorry, but if you're so damn old that you don't even know how a cell phone works, you don't know what a game is, it's one of the most like done hobbies in the entire freaking world. You don't know how the internet works. You don't need to be in office because you don't know shit. You don't even know what crypto is. Are you rolling out of bed saying those damn kids in that crypto? The hell you doing in office, man? You don't need to be in office. You need to be in a retirement home. That's where you need to be. The hell out of here.
And the congressman in the 19th century did not want to create
all these damn boomers.
Automatic third world citizenship requirement for America. It's an abomination, but let's thank President Trump.
Now, there are some boomers out there that actually do care, right? Like, not all the millennials are brain dead. You know what I'm saying? But the people we have in office, holy shit. How?
Trump's courage and leadership. We are now on the precipice. Yes, we were dealt a setback, but because of his courage alone, we're on the precipice as a nation of being in a position to end this travesty once and for all.
4 to 5 is really good. They needed one vote. One vote. So, like, it does say a lot.
That's what we have to fight for, Jesse.
Yeah, so disappointed in Amy Coney Barrett and the Chief Justice. So deeply disappointed, not just from a legal perspective, but just...
And you know what the big problem is, guys? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right now. Do you know why? Do you know why they keep calling the Republican Party fascists and Nazis and white supremacists? It's because they ain't got no damn black spokesman. Guess what they need more of? They need more like different colored people as opposed to a bunch of white dudes. Look, I get the idea behind it, sure. But you know what would really bring it home to a lot of Democrats or Democrats? Is if you had a black dude that had the same mindset pushing the narrative. That's the problem. Like there's a good ways to do it and there's bad ways to do it. And when you got a bunch of white people that are mostly bald and then in their like 50s or 60s or 100s all saying the same thing, kind of hard not to see it as a white supremacy thing, you know what I'm saying? Just get more like multicolored, like not white women, don't get a white woman. Get like a black lady or like a black dude or a Hispanic persons. You know what I'm saying? Like Asian even. Don't stop putting these damn white people up here. That's where all the problem is. So it's hard to call it like it's sacrilegious to call a black person racist in the Democrat culture. So like you defeat them at their own game effectively. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where you start seeing the brains pooling on the ground from it just being liquefied in their noodle, you know?
As
like,
Americans, they should know better than that.
I sit awake sometimes and I think about this shit and I'm like, holy crap, this would crack their noggins open like a freaking coconut. Like, this is great.
Right. The weapon we have now, all the rulings favoring President Trump, but can we crack down on the birth tourism? Can we seal the border completely? Can we just massively ramp up the deportations? Because it's going to take a lot more to keep this country solid.
Well, you raise a very important point, Jesse.
Well, I mean,
so obviously,
like, Trump's not really a human, is he? I mean, he's got to be gauging like by what, like tangerine years, or is it orange years? I mean, there's no way, dude. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way Trump is a person. He's obviously an alien. I mean, look at his skin. I mean, that's the reason why the Democrats don't like him. Bro, walking around like a damn grapefruit.
President Trump has sealed the border shut, We've stopped all new illegal immigration, and we have record deportations out of the country. But there's a deeper point that you raised that's really important, Jesse. In most countries, normal countries, you can come as a tourist, as a visitor, as a temporary worker, etc. And the country's just making the decision to let you come here for a little bit and then go home. But if you have birthright citizenship, it means if a person comes here 9 months pregnant to go look around at some things, in a couple of weeks, that is the mother of a lifetime American.
You could also fix this. You can also fix this by not allowing anybody that is 9 months pregnant or about to give birth, make it illegal for them to do that. Like, make it to where if you give birth on American soil, make it illegal for the child to become a citizen. Just do it. I mean, what does it matter? I mean, you can reinterpret what the thing says all you want, but at the end of the day, if you read it for what it was originally intended for slavery, then you don't have to sit here and do this mental gymnastic. And if they don't like it, you can just be like, well, you've got to be more specific with the law. And then, with the amendment, and then change it to where it says, freed slaves somewhere in the text. And then the entire narrative gets completely dismantled. It's literally because of 2 words not being in that amendment. That's it. Just 2 words.
American citizen and a direct line into American cash and welfare for the rest of that child's life. Right?
So you that's sometimes what they do whenever they try to force change laws. They're like, well, the law isn't very specific. You need to change it.
You have to
Are we banning pregnant
rethink.
women from America? Are we banning foreign pregnant women?
Well, what I'm saying, Jesse, is that you have to now think very carefully about who you let into your country, even on a temporary basis, because the possibility, as you said, for birth tourism, right? The idea that people come here just to have babies on American soil, and that baby gets to be a citizen for life. So you have mothers that come in fully pregnant, have a baby, go home, and again, that baby gets Medicaid, and that baby gets welfare, and that baby gets cash assistance, and consent, leave the baby with you.
That is freaking crazy.
A cousin, a relative, whatever, and then to send welfare checks back home. You can support a whole family in the third world. So yes, you can't have the kinds of immigration programs other countries have when you can just have a baby here, and now that child is an American citizen. So there's a lot of things we're going to have to take a hard look at, Jesse.
Yeah, they can even get Trump accounts. I mean, come on, this is out of control. All right, Miller, we're going to put you at the border.
But look, the good news, got to end with good news.
Yes.
Got to end with good news.
Yes, go.
Because of President Trump, let's just baseline this, record deportations, record refusal of immigrants for being public charges and welfare dependents, travel ban on 40.
That should be how it is. If you're an immigrant or an illegal and you're trying to come into America to become dependent on the welfare stuff, we shouldn't accept you here. Like, that's just a fact of the matter. You shouldn't be here because you're just going to be a strain on the system, and we're already having enough trouble with the system as it is. We don't need more people taking out of it. Unless you've got, a job or, some kind of, facility that's willing to employ you, you shouldn't even be allowed in the country.
40 countries and massive...
Or you can be allowed in the country, but you can't draw from welfare. Like, if you try to draw for welfare, they just give you, a one-way plane ticket back to where you came from.
Complete total militarization and sealing of the southern border. That's happening right now.
You're right. And public charge might include pregnant women. So let's think about that. Miller, good to see you. Be sure to like and
What is this? Building Spire? What the fuck is this? What are they doing?
We have breaking news and something rather odd to see. We've been watching this during the commercial.
Well, those guys are famous now. If they did that for online clout, they just got it.
Break. So this is what it looks like.
Two people are at the top on the spire part of the Empire State Building, holding a flag that we think says, because it's blowing in the wind, "Power of love beats love of power. The world knows peace." Well, that beautiful statement, however it may happen, is way up in the sky. And the two people are dressed in all black, and they are wearing masks. Okay. They appear to be a man and woman duo, but that's hard to tell from the ground. So with our drone or
you could catch me dead up on that damn needle. Ain't no way in hell, man. Oh, hell no.
Helicopter here, we can see them better. We've reached out to the New York Police Department to see what's happening on the ground. So, I mean, we need to get some ground cover now, because if they have, surrounded this building, we would know it. But right now, the only eyes that we have are from the sky, those two people hanging on with that banner. We'll wait for them to return our call and pray that those people can hang on to the spire for as long as they need to and don't fall. That is.
So, if they fall, then I guess they shouldn't have been up there, huh?
I don't know, Paul. You've been here a long time in New York.
Yeah, the last thing I had like this, I had to handle as the duty inspector, was somebody climbed up on the Statue of Liberty, and we had to try to get her down, and then she was threatening to jump on top of all of us. So
if you climb up somewhere and you threaten to throw yourself on them, like off the building, I think that the police, they should just say, do it then. I don't see a reason to sit here and play mindfuckery with these people. If you're gonna do it, do it. If not, then we'll have the fire department up there momentarily.
ESU comes.
I just have no sympathy for this.
SWAT guys, and they take the measures that they have to take. You get the hostage negotiation people, even though it's not a hostage, to talk them down. The NYPD knows what to do here, and if they do fall, it's very likely they'll
Rip Bozo, rest in piss, you won't be missed. Maybe you shouldn't have done it.
just land on that platform there. That they're not going to go all the way down to the street. There's a history of this kind of stuff. They should not have been able to get up there, however.
That's my question. How do you get on the
I guarantee you that somebody in that building allowed them to do it.
Spire of the Empire State Building?
Yeah, there are structures there that are supposed to prevent this. So let's see how this pans out.
Paul, can I ask you, when I see that, of course, we think about the safety of those individuals, but I think about the safety of the first responders who put their lives on the line.
Bro, you went all the way up there to put that little flag that nobody can see? You went all the way on top of the Empire State Building to put that little tiny flag up there that nobody can even read? Bro, what the hell?
A radical and ridiculous stunt.
You can't even read it with the drone being that close.
Like this, talk to us about the safety measures that first responders have to go through to ensure that they don't get hurt in the process of rescuing two people like that.
That's what I'm saying. Leave them up there. Just surround the building with or like the little area with a few police officers. Wait for them to come down. They'll come down eventually. They ain't gonna have a choice to.
Patrol guys will get there and they're going to say, okay, can you come down? Will you come down? You realize, all right, we're going to have an ongoing situation. That's why I mentioned ESU. That's SWAT for general parlance.
What you do is if they don't want to come down, you just go up a little ways and start cutting all the ladders off and say, you sure you don't want to come down?
And they're going to come and they have harnesses and all kinds of stuff. The key thing now is to establish communication.
Right.
Because very often that's going to be hard. And a lot of distance there, so I don't know if they're going to be shouting, if they have phones. So this is a conundrum. People do this in New York City.
I guarantee you they have phones. I promise you they're up there probably recording right now.
They claim the New York Times building, all kinds of stuff,
We don't have audio on it, but we do have eyes on it. We'll stay on it. We've reached out to NYPD, and as soon as we know more, we will report it. We'll move on. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the
clowns, man. What a bunch of clowns. Holy crap. What a joke.
Chief Foreign Correspondent.
Probably be the last political thing that we'd look at. We're probably going to do a body cam video and then probably roll up out of here, honestly. I feel like shit. I do feel better than I did the past 2 days, but it's still kind of there.
With the very latest
it's like this unrelenting exhaustion. It's finally
guys,
going
good
away,
morning.
but like Man, is it taking its time.
Special envoys Kushner and Witkoff held meetings in Doha, Qatar on Tuesday.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think I've ever slept as much as I've slept in the past week. I have slept so much.
These talks were aimed.
All right,
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst joins us live in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Special envoys Kushner and Witkoff held meetings in Doha, Qatar on Tuesday. These talks were aimed at advancing the memorandum of understanding with Iran and entering into the next phase of these negotiations. Also keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. Technical talks on the nuclear
issue. He looks nervous as hell. You see his face? Watch his face. He looked nervous.
Of these negotiations.
He's like,
also
smile,
keeping the Strait
smile,
of Hormuz open.
Smiling.
Technical talks on the nuclear issue will move forward as planned today as traffic does continue to increase in the Strait.
Our position has been crystal clear since this has begun. The movement in the Strait should not be hindered by any logistical or security management method. We believe that the Strait is a natural occurrence. It's open. The international maritime laws are very clear on this.
Let's go, Lily Sky.
U.S. mediators remain confident that the current framework could lead to Iran making nuclear concessions. The 60-day window was discussed overnight when Vice President J.D. Vance appeared on Fox News.
You know, it's going to take sometimes the carrot and the stick here, but Laura, I actually think that the United States is in a great position however the negotiation ultimately shakes out. If the negotiation is successful, which obviously we want it to be successful, you have an Iran that is permanently transformed. That's a great outcome for the American people. It's a great outcome for the whole region.
Yeah, but that's not what's going to happen now, is it? We all
The
know
Wall Street
it.
Journal reports the Trump...
It doesn't matter how much you want it. Unless you're willing to get to that point, it's not going to matter.
Administration is still considering the possibility of military action if talks fail. The Journal reports the conversations have centered on whether the U.S. should abandon negotiations and resume full-scale attacks on Iran, the officials said, a move some of them describe as finishing the job. While not making a final decision, Trump has told aides he believes another round of full-scale attacks could derail diplomacy and hurt Washington's chances of ultimately dismantling Iran's nuclear program. Now, so
You're not dismantling Iran's nuclear program. They broke the prior peace treaty because they had enriched uranium past 3.75%. They were refusing to let the EAIA or some shit like that, whatever that organization is, from actually going in and doing an inspection. Like, you're not gonna make a deal with these guys, man. It's not gonna happen.
Sources do
they're just going to wait for the new president.
Fox News, the president prefers a diplomatic track here, but of course is keeping all options on the table to deal with the Islamic Republic. Guys?
All right, noted. Trey Yingst live for us in Tel Aviv. Trey, thank you.
Cooked they are. Cooked they are. Above the law. Olympic sprinter thinks he's above the law. Maybe the Olympic sprinters?
He's in the Olympics! He's Team USA!
Miami Beach police officers in an active police scene are aggressively
Why do people always seem to want to go to Miami and cause problems?
approached by Frederick Curley, an American track and field silver and bronze medalist in the 2020 and 2024 Olympics. He approaches officers angrily due to his car being in their scene and him wanting to leave with his reality TV star girlfriend.
Hey, stop!
What the hell you doing, bro? You just over there pushing on cops. What the hell you think's gonna happen, man? What are you doing? What the hell? Bro, you can't run if you've got 7 cops tackling you. I don't know if you've ever heard about this thing called the survival instinct. What you gotta do is get on the other side of the cop and push him to run. Stupid. Stupid, dumb.
Hey!
Man. Ooh, he trying to run. He trying to run.
Hey! Stop!
Ooh, man.
He's an athlete. Please do not mess with him.
They should break his legs, man. You messing with like the cop mafia now, man. You gotta break that dude's legs.
I'm not even resisting. Put your hands to the back. Okay, get over me first.
That's not how this works. No. You don't just walk up and shove a police officer and then complain when they tackling your stupid ass to the ground. Like, what? Hold on. Yo, is this the world we really live in now?
Why are you pushing? You're pushing
Yep, case, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Oh my God, would somebody please shut this bitch up? Oh my God, do they need to have like a cop that just goes around and just like starts wrapping people's shit up with like duct tape? Just start wrapping her mouth up, dude. Oh my God, shut up. Go away. Oh man, wow, that helped the first 50 fucking times you said it, right? Why don't you just say it a few more times?
Move. Move. Go over there, man. Go over there. Go over there.
Go.
He's going to prison, dog. Stop! 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 Stop!
Boss man, do it fair. Get back in the street. Get back in the sidewalk.
Hey, back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Just stop resisting, bro.
Yo, that's hilarious. These guys all know. They're like, dude, just stop. Just stop resisting, man. Just stop. Don't be dumb.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Just stop resisting, bro.
Bro doesn't even, bro's English is his second language. You over there saying the same thing that everybody else is saying. The whole internet screaming at this man to just stop resisting.
Hey, give my phone, man.
Get back, all right? Get back. Get on the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk.
No, where's my phone?
I don't know.
Where's my phone?
That's your problem, lady. Go away. Chew. Get away.
Step back over here. Step back over here, man.
This is my man. I'm not
That's
leaving.
fine.
Our car
That's
is
fine.
right there.
You're right
we
there.
were walking
That's
to our
fine.
car. Our car is right there. Y'all not separate me from my man.
You gotta make a scene so that way that man keep paying for her stuff. See, that's what the trick is, lady. Ladies, whenever y'all with somebody like this, y'all gotta make sure y'all make a scene, make it seem like you really care. That way he keep paying for all your stuff. Y'all think she's fucking around? She's not. She's being. Yeah, no, that's. There you go. You know, she's trying to make sure she keep collecting them checks. That's what she needs right there. That money.
I'm diabetic.
Oh God damn, bro.
Stop.
You know what they should do? Police should be able to arrest you if you're trying to sit there and act like this, and they tell you to get back, and you sit there and you say you're diabetic. They should be able to arrest you, check out your medical records, and then if come to find out you're not a diabetic, it should be like an instant charge of like falsified documents or like false. They can come up with something. You know what I'm saying? Put them in jail for like a year for that.
No, you're not doing this. He's a Team USA athlete. The Olympics. Chill. He's in the Olympics. He's in the Olympics. Yo, weak. Hey, you weak, homie. Hey, get the off me. He's in the Olympics. He's Team USA. Stop.
That doesn't mean that you can't be held accountable for your stupidity. That's not how it works.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Yeah, go. Shoot. Go. Go.
Back up.
Go. Get out of here.
Hey,
They shouldn't even be a crowd. Fuck off. Go away. This doesn't involve you.
Sidewalk. Get on the car.
I tried to get her.
Get in the car. Let's go.
Get this off of me, bro. No, babe, stop. He's a Team USA.
Oh, bro, just fucking arrest her. Just arrest her, man.
I gotta go. I have to go. Hey, listen. Stay here. Yo, you ain't got this on me, bro. Relax, bro. Yo, relax. You going to jail. And you weak.
The only person I see going to jail is the guy that's on the ground in handcuffs with a taser barb in him. Bro's got 2 new holes that it can get fucked. What you talking about?
Hands on me, hit me in my fucking head. All y'all niggas weak, bro. I'm telling you, I got a like, man, get the fuck off me, bro. I can't go nowhere. Shut the fuck up, bro. Man, you shut the fuck up, bro. You weak. Bro, get off my legs. I need my move your legs? Get the fuck on my legs. Move your legs? Get the fuck on me. You gotta stop moving them. Get off of me, bro. Y'all going to jail. Whoa.
Oh, look, she went around. She went around the building. She's trying to go through the other way, bro. Look at her. Yo, that's clever. I bet you think you're real cute with that one. Put her ass in jail. Handcuff her. Tase her. No, put her in jail. Put her in jail, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You realize that this lady went around the building to another group of cops and proceeded to do the same thing she was doing on the other side? And this group of cops was like, "Nah, you're getting arrested."
Please.
Why would you do that? Like, you realize that by doing this, you're putting your whole contract as like a TV star on the line? It's not worth it. This is just so stupid. This is so stupid. You know what you should do? You gotta have like that designated like throat plugger who has like long ass nails, so whenever they start screaming like that, his literal job is to just stick his finger down her throat. Straight up. See how quick they stop doing that.
Oh my God, I'm in so much pain. Ow. Can I get up? I'm not going nowhere. Bro, this is tight around my wrist. It take 20, y'all weak. It take 20.
No, it takes 20 people to make sure that they don't kill some dumb idiot that won't stop resisting arrest. I mean, yeah, they could probably break your arms and put it behind your back, but then they need to have all these, like, women crying about this freaking guy that was resisting arrest to the point where they had to break his arms to put it behind his back. I mean, yeah, you can do that. You can punch them and knock them out while you're trying to arrest them. But then you'd have another liberal woman crying about that. I mean, hell, they even have body cams now where these violent criminals are getting tased, and for some odd fucking reason, there's still a liberal woman somewhere crying. I don't get it. It seems like you'll just never make them happy, huh?
Oh my God, I didn't do anything. Y'all know I didn't.
Yeah, you never do anything, huh? That's the kind of girl that you get that will never admit she's done anything wrong. She will lie long before she admits that she's done anything wrong. She would sooner leave the relationship and then cry that it was your fault.
What's going on? They got her close. But you got her close too. Don't even know why they were arrested. I just am supposed to be quiet. You're arresting people. But I'm saying you trying to tell me to be quiet, but you're arresting people. You know, I'm not hype. I'm just saying you trying to tell me like, don't worry about it.
Bro, they're gonna have to start like having like tear gas in these cops' cars that are gonna be used to like disperse these people that are just here to cause problems. Like, this is straight up the EBT tribes. Like, they got nothing else better to do than to sit here and cry about how they're fucking oppressed in some fairy tale fucking landscape. It's crazy.
Be cool. Like, don't worry about why they arrested. That's like your brother getting arrested. Don't worry about it. I'm a Miami Beach police officer.
Hey, this is the reason why they didn't have any black jurors on Carmelo Anthony's murder charges right here. Even though the dude sitting here resisting arrest, the Hispanic guys saw it, but for whatever reason, these guys are the only ones that want to see color, huh?
I'm a Miami Beach police officer. I'm asking you to please give the officer space to do their job. Why would y'all do this to us? I don't have anything. I'm a DJ, please, my left wrist, please. I'm a DJ, please help me adjust this left wrist. It hurts so bad.
We're gonna adjust it right now.
My boyfriend is in the Olympics. I don't have anything on me.
You know, while they're arresting her, I would like to see a charge on her records that says, too stupid to vote, boyfriend is in the Olympics, and also thought she could pull a smooth one on police. And those should all three be like felony charges that hold like a minimum of 10 years in prison. And then they should just put her in jail.
A little bit.
It's like, this is fucking crazy.
Eating dinner with my friends. What?
Yeah, and you know what happened? Your wonderful boyfriend that you probably just met walked out and pushed a police officer, which kind of makes me wonder how he acts whenever he's alone with you. Are you doing this out of fear? Or are you doing this out of necessity? Because the only one that needed to be arrested and put in jail was him. So why are you doing this?
Please, why are you feeling in my bra like that? To make sure you don't have anything. Why would I have anything? I'm not a criminal. Why are you yelling? Because I'm being detained by the police.
You're being arrested.
You're being arrested. I didn't do anything.
Girl, come on.
Yeah, when they start searching you, they've already arrested you.
Take 20 minutes, man. These weak. It take 20 minutes. Hey, boom, move, bro. You pussy, bro. You're not gonna tell me to move, boy. Hey, you're not gonna tell me to move. Hey, take that shit off. You ain't gonna tell me to move. Take that shit off. You're not gonna tell me to move. Hey, I promise
I love this cop. He's like, you're not gonna tell me to move. You're not gonna tell me to move.
I promise I'll beat your ass. You wanna punch me on my
You know this cop is just like, oh, bro, I can't stand these entitled pricks.
We were just going to the car asking.
Yeah, that's cool. Now you going to jail. You going to a car. Hey, shut up, you all lank. You ain't got nothing. Go on.
Your phone's right here, bro.
Bro trying to act tough when he specialized in running. Shut up, man.
Bro, it's over, man. Let it go. It's over. Get my girl, bro. I have a vacation tomorrow.
Obviously, he didn't specialize in running enough. He didn't get gold. He only got silver and bronze. Did spec right.
USA Olympics. He's in the Olympics. He's a track star, 2-time medalist in the Olympics.
But we already told you multiple times. Come back, right?
Bro, that sounds just like the song.
Olympics. He's in the Olympics. He's a track star, 2-time medalist in the Olympics.
That sounds like that track star song, whatever the fuck that is. That he's a track star. Whatever the fuck that song is.
Come back, right?
I had to go tell them because our car is right there.
Is that where is this like where it came from?
You can't get your car right now, right?
Our car is parked right there.
But obviously you can't
Our
get
car
it, right?
is parked. It's right there. It's parked.
Okay, good for the car, but you can't get it.
Yeah, you can't get it because you're being put in jail.
You can go ahead. There's nothing in there. My wrist.
Oh yeah, just a cup. She had mentioned. Open. I got just a cup.
My wrist on my DJ.
Turn that way.
Please help me, Mom.
Okay, listen. I need you to
I'm so
calm
scared.
down.
I've never been arrested.
Hey, that's it. Listen. I need you to calm down.
DJ.
Turn that way.
Please help me, Mom.
Okay, listen.
Ma? I think that's so weird whenever you call people like Ma and they're not actually your mother. Like, it's weird.
I need you to calm down.
I've never been arrested.
Hey, that's it. There's no need for you to yell. I'm gonna help you out. Just calm down. You got it? Thank you.
I had to put her in her place, huh?
Get my girl. We got her, man. Hey, these weak. All these police. Y'all bro.
There's nothing quite amusing like seeing a full-grown ass dude calling the police weak while he's being forcibly pushed into the back of a police patrol car, handcuffed. There's nothing quite as fun as that. This guy is cooked. This guy is
Where my
mega
phone
cooked.
at? Let me see it. It's right here, man. Here's your phone.
Yeah, look, it's your phone.
You're choking me, homie. You choking me, bro?
I didn't even see that. Is it his like hoodie? Yeah, it's his hoodie. His hoodie's doing that.
It hurts so bad. I didn't do anything. I'm not violent.
Is that good? That's good?
You're not. You may not be violent, but you're an annoying piss worm that should have just went away. But you didn't.
Yes? No? Yes? Okay.
Yeah, don't even. Just. Yep. No, you had your chance. You had your chance.
Oh, I said black. She left.
Friend was identified as Cleo Rahman. She starred in the 2021 reality TV show Baddies, and she is also a
I've
DJ.
never even seen this TV show. I have no idea what this is. This looks like crap anyway.
Who goes by the name DJ Sky High Baby. She was arrested and charged with resisting without violence and is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. The officers who helped to get Curly under control suffered many injuries, including pain to the knee, left thumb swelling, scratches on the elbow and lower back, lacerations and bruising on the arms and knees, lacerations on elbows.
That was a big dude. Like, being an Olympic runner is no joke. Like, that guy is pretty big.
Swelling and more lacerations and redness to the knees. Curly was taken into custody and charged with battery on a police officer, resisting without violence, and disorderly conduct. While this incident took place in January 20...
Resisting without violence? He's sitting here threatening the police saying he's going to beat the hell out of it. What do you mean? That's pretty violent. Like, what is your definition of violent? Like, hello?
25, just 4 months later in May, Curly was arrested again and charged
Yo,
with
so he couldn't even stay out of trouble. He got arrested again.
for allegedly punching an ex-girlfriend of his.
Oh, shit! What did I say? What did I say?
Violence and disorderly conduct. While this incident took place in January 2025,
I
just
knew
4
it.
months later in May, Curly was arrested again and charged with battery for allegedly punching an ex-girlfriend.
Oh, big fucking surprise. The guy that walks up and pushes a police officer punched an ex-girlfriend and is now going to jail for it. Wow, it's not like I said that earlier in the video. I mean, did I?
Of his, who also
Big
happens to be an
surprise.
Olympic athlete, Alicia Johnson.
Frederick Curly.
Oh, there you go. There's the different. I guess there you go, guys. Now you can stereotype this. So if it's another athlete, don't punch them. But if it's a TV reality star, she's used to it.
Yes, he punches
Because you know damn good and well that he punched her. There's no way, dude. You can't convince me otherwise.
A year after the original
And
incident.
that
in
ain't got not a
January
damn thing to do with his skin color either. That he's a highly aggressive, traded person, and you can tell based on how he acted with those cops. Even when he was on the ground, he was threatening them. Nah, man.
26. Prosecutors dropped both cases after Curly agreed to take a course in anger management. He was then released back into the public.
Why? That's just a terrible idea. Like, what? That is crazy. Well, I feel like shit. I'm tired, guys. I'm probably going to finish up the stream, and then I'm going to finish up the videos that I need to post, and then I'm probably just going to go to bed, because I am so cooked. I am very cooked, guys. As soon as this F's off, we're gonna go back to like the normal streaming times, but like, let's go. It's been getting better every day. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow. It's definitely been getting better every day, so I would be more concerned if it wasn't. But like, obviously, I'm not like at 100% yet. I'd really like to know what caused it, honestly.
I need a change in my life because I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy.
I haven't thrown up since the first day, so I'll still consider that a win. Yo, W chat, by the way. W chat. As always, a big old freaking awesome stream. W stream. W chat. Y'all stay safe out there. Stay away from crazy people. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change the whole day of their whole life. You never know. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all are hyping and subbing and liking and replying to comments and stuff. Every little bit helps. W chat. Y'all are awesome. I think that's just about it. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm tired. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this,